you come at these kings, you best not miss. Hey, shout out to Gabe. What's going on with everybody, man?
Yeah, we back.
Cheer.
Bye week, boys.
The 3 and 8 boys back in the building tonight. What's good with y'all, man?
What's happening, man?
So, feels like we were just live together. Doesn't it feel like we were just together?
Yeah, we were just here at 9 a.m. watching one of the nastiest football games you're going to see. And we had to watch an extra quarter of it because Ed came in and manifested overtime. So
look, Ed tried to put an entire tie on us, and Marcus Mariota was said, look, man,
none of that.
Y'all have done enough tonight or this morning.
I got restaurant reservations at 3. I gotta get up out of here.
I gotta get up out of here, bro.
Marcus said him and his wife going to watch flamenco. Like we not staying here.
We don't have time for this. Marcus got us up out of there quick.
Just like they got Matt Gay up out of there.
That's right.
Oh, man.
We gonna get on that here in a second.
Pull one out for Matt Gay, man.
Nah, we not. We gonna save all of that. Matt gets no love. You gets no love. Hey, I gotta say this. I went back and I watched the back end of that joint. Ed, a switch flipped in Ed when Ed thought we could win, and then we ended up losing the game.
Optimism kicked in.
Ed got pissed off. Like, you know that Geico commercial where he's like, oh, you were close. Oh, you just almost got it when he was dangling the little dollar in front of
the fishing line.
The Mikey muff punt.
That got Ed got hot on that muff.
You got back invested a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Hey, for a second, 7-7 did not seem unreasonable for Ed, bro. I allowed myself at 13-6 after the 4th down stop. I allowed myself to think crazy for a second.
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win because I didn't think we were gonna win.
Hey, we definitely gonna win in overtime. Like, we got the ball. Oh yeah, we're definitely scoring. We're gonna win.
I never thought we were winning the game until we were up 13-6. Rio said, "Man, I got a feeling we gonna win this shit today, man. I don't even want to win this shit when I think we gonna win." I'm like, I don't think we winning today, bro. And so many people was like, "Yo, I got a feeling we gonna win today." And when we went up 13-6, I'm like, man, the Dolphins are really ass.
It was at that point where I said, oh yeah, they're gonna find a way to lose this.
Typical Commander shit, man. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. We get the stop, and they put Mikey back there. He fumbles. We didn't even give up the touchdown after that, though.
Nope.
That's the crazy part. Is we didn't even give up the touchdown after that, but it just felt like that was a precursor and a sign of, hey, we're not trying to win this game for real, bro. No. We're not trying to win. So that was crazy, but it had to happen the way that it did, because had Matt Gay made that game-winning field goal, he would still be here. We can all agree on that, right?
Or even one of them, at least one of them.
Yeah, if he makes that field goal, he's still here, because that's how he stayed here as long as he did. He would miss a kick, but then he would go back in that same game and he would make a kick. And they would be able to rationalize in their minds like, oh, okay, that one just somehow got away from him, but he was able to come back and make it good by making a kick. Because remember, he missed a kick early in the Raiders game, right?
So how many somehow that got away from him do we get, though?
Do we get, right? Because he missed the kick early in the Raiders game, and then he comes back, and that's the DQ, get his shit split right before halftime, but he makes that one, right? So all is forgiven because he makes the kick there, right? He missed a kick in Green Bay when we needed it badly, but he comes back and makes a kick later in the game, so all is forgiven, right? Because he missed a kick right before halftime. So that was always his move. But he had one of the worst field goal kicking percentages of any kicker in the league. He was 13 of 19, bro. That's 64%.
Yeah, he was at 68. It's
still 68. You mean 68%? Like it was 68.4, right? I think that's
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he was one of the worst kickers in football. Like
highest guaranteed at signing for a kicker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's why they didn't want to move on from him.
We thrift shop for everything. Except
they want to splurge on a kicker.
Yeah, we'll splurge on a kicker that can't kick indoors, outdoors, domestically, internationally, man. And then they brought in another kicker that can't either, but we ain't got to talk about that.
Hey, no. We gonna talk about
He's
Jake Moody, man. Because I think I'm more excited than most, not necessarily because of Jake Moody, but because he's not your standard run-of-the-mill retread kicker.
He's young.
He's younger.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We know he has a big leg, and often in the NFL with kickers, they don't work out at their first stop for whatever reason, right? These kickers come in the league, they struggle initially, they find their footing. You see what I did there with their next team after they struggle initially, and maybe this is his, second opportunity. The coincidence here is. There's a couple of coincidences actually.
That Debo put hands on him.
Hey, somebody. I think it was my guy. Golly, oh man, I can see his damn thumbnail. I can't think of his name right now, but shout out to him. He knows who he is. He sent a message to me yesterday that said, sometimes you got to put your hands on a specialist, right? And all I could think of was Debo, because now they're teammates again, right? Which is weird.
Yeah,
it is fits. But he's the bastard that ended our season. He's the one that made the kick against the Bears. He was the Bears kicker that kicked the field goal, that walked them off, that beat us, and we haven't won a game since. So it's kind of ironic that he's here now, because he's the guy that put us in this damn position that we're in. If he'd have just missed the damn kick, we'd still have a life right now. So shout out to Jake Moody, and welcome to the family. And hopefully, I'm sick of this kicker shit, honestly.
Yeah. He's 25 years old. Once upon a time, he was on a Rio Robinson mock draft a bunch of times as a default end of draft pick to get a kicker in here.
Look at that.
Never had a consistent kicker in here. He did miss 10 kicks last year.
Yeah, he did. He did that. He did do that.
Yes.
Yep.
He did. Isn't that what led to the Debo Samuel?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to hit a specialist.
Maybe he got whooped into being good, because he was 8 or 9 so far this season with the Bears. Like, maybe that threat of, oh man, if I keep missing kicks, I might get whooped out here. Like, Debo might come get me.
Yeah, Deron Payne, he got his kick blocked by Deron Payne, but Debo.
Chair shot Ed.
Yeah, so Jake Moody, I think it's a terrible.
So that's his one miss. That's what you're saying. He's 8 of 9, and that's one miss.
So looking at his numbers, he against the Seahawks, he went 1 for 2 in that game. Actually, he went 1 for 3 against the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. He missed a kick within 30 to 39. He also missed a field goal within 20 to 29 yards.
That was this year?
That was this year. Yeah, I'm looking at his game log.
Wait. That was with the 49ers though. So Rico said with the Bears he went 8 of 9.
Yeah,
the Bears he went 9 of 12 with the Bears. I'm looking at
9 of 12.
Okay,
9 of 12, 75%. So he was up and down because he had the Deron Payne kick block. Then he missed a 27-yarder that got blocked. So he's trash, man. He's bad. Like he's
Look at the shit that we're talking about during the bye week. What did we think we would be talking about at the bye week versus where we are?
First of all, we never thought we would be having these conversations at all this season. So we were backstage, and me and Rico were talking backstage, and I said, Rico, I saw that 1.0 mock, bro. He's like, yeah, I got 2.0 in the tuck. I just got to shoot the video for it. I got all the players I want to talk about. I'm like, what the hell happened, man? Like, how the hell did we get here, bro? This is nasty.
Yeah, I already did my free agency. Who should stay? Who should go already?
Look at that. Look, we talking free agents. I actually was on goddamn, what's the name of this stupid ass site, man? I was on Spot Rack.
Oh no!
Earlier today, when I was doing the show, bro.
The values of the free agent.
Oh man,
over the cap spot.
Shit's nasty, man. And
it's bad when you already mad at Spot Rack for not having the projected annual values out yet. Like, where they at?
There yet. Yeah, they ain't even there yet, bro.
I've been doing everything I can to not do one of them videos. I took a week off. I took my bye week a week early just so I don't have to push out a draft or some free agency talk. It's like, what else do we talk about at this point? This is shits and giggles at this point.
Salary cap, who's getting cut, Marshawn Lattimore and casualties and stuff like that.
Let all these guys leave. Like
It's a pretty trying time, but we will survive. I had another one of those depressive moments last night. Do you know that had we won on Sunday,
oh my God,
we would have been 4-7. And on Monday Night Football last night, they showed a playoff graphic.
in the hut.
They showed division leaders. They showed wild card, and they have theirs. It's called sniffing around. And do you know a 4-7 team was on the list on sniffing around?
I'm so glad we're not there.
I said we could have been on that graphic.
I'm glad we were.
And we won the game.
I'm so happy that we don't have to play those games and tell those lies and feed people that hopium that Louie still trying to pull out.
Hey.
Like he was wilding on Sunday during the stream, bro.
Look,
like
man.
This man got to a point where he was talking about 7-7, and I was all right.
Debo scored that touchdown. I took my arm. I said,
walk with me. Walk with me.
I started prepping the veins, man. I started prepping the veins.
In this world, 5 comeback, 17.
That's
Noah
right.
Brown. Like,
That's right.
putting Noah Brown on football fields in 2025. I said, oh, he's wilding.
Yo, we start talking about ghosts like Noah Brown and Will Harris. Hey, this shit was
Drake
about to
Jackson,
go down.
who we've
Drake
never seen
before. We start talking about dudes that we don't even know if they can play. Hey, we about to get Drake Jackson back. Hey, it was about to go down, bro. For all of our sakes, we needed to lose that game because had we won, the hopium would have been back in full effect.
No, you want to talk about depressing? So since October 13th, the Commanders and the Wizards are both, they're 1-18 combined since October 13th.
Oh, man.
I haven't seen a city so bad at sports. Like, it's hard to think about it. It's insane.
Are the Caps good? At least you got the Caps.
Usually,
right?
Typically.
I think they're struggling this year too, actually.
Yeah.
They have a winning record, but they're like struggling.
They're typically and consistently good in a contender, but they're not looking great this year.
Uh-oh. That's tough.
We rubbing off on the whole city.
What about so what about the Terps? I know the Terps got to be nice. What about the Maryland Terrapins?
We're looking good.
Good. See, you got something. You got something.
Yorkshire's looking good too.
You got something, bro. You got to lean. You got somewhere to lean on.
They're not a main character, man.
They're not. I mean, I be trying to do it with Duke Blue Devil basketball, but they're not a main character. Notre Dame playing some good college football right now. I got Jeremiah Love. Like, hey, spread the love, man. I got probably the best player in college football right now, man. So it's nice, but my Grizzlies are ass. We ain't won in like 6 years. It feels like Ja hurt again.
Morant getting moved.
Yeah, well,
that to DC, man.
That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But yeah, he just got banged up, and they're gonna reevaluate him in 2 weeks. Every time we get one guy back, I swear they're like the Commanders in terms of injuries. The Grizzlies really started this shit because they was so banged up the last 2 years, and they spread that shit to the Commanders. But they can't never get right. Everybody was hurt before the season. Then we get Zach Edey back. The game we get Zach Edey back, Ja is hurt. And so he doesn't play.
All right, Lou, I'm going to stop you right there, champ. That's a little bit too much Grizzlies on a Commanders King streak. Ever need to. I don't ever need to hear Zach Edey references on a Commander. That's where our season is went. Look where our season. What happened to our joy? Bring fun back. We talking about our poor ass basketball teams. There's a bye week and we ain't got a football thing to talk about. What hurt? I got a question.
Hey, you want some Commanders football news? They cut Jacoby Jones today.
That is
whoa!
They cut Jacoby. Hey, 3rd and 8.
Yes.
Whip route Jacoby Jones to make space for Jake Moody. So
highest graded PFF player this year has been Jacoby Jones. He only had 3 snaps, but he's the highest graded PFF.
He got the clutch gene in him too.
That's because even after we cut Matt Gay, it was Jake Moody, and then Deron Payne got reinstated from being suspended. So sorry, Jacoby Jones, man. I mean, he looked good. He did. I mean, Grant, it was very small, but that route looked good, man.
It did.
He got to be coming back on the practice squad, right? Like, there's no way you're keeping. There's no way you're keeping River Craycraft on the goddamn practice squad over Jacoby Jones. Right? I'm not
40,
tripping, am I?
Wearing number like 46. Like
46,
his number was terrible, bro.
Bro, what the hell is going on where you got to wear 46? I don't give a damn if it's in a practice squad capacity. You got to find me a better number than that, man. Jesus.
Got him looking like Alfred Morris in the wide receiver room, bro. That's crazy. Oh, that is wild, bro. But so I have a question for you guys.
Shoot.
We're sitting here at 3-8. We've lost 6 games in a row. Everything's been extremely downhill since the Bears game. What specific thing has you most heartbroken at this point of the season? Because y'all remember how we was talking at Crystal City Sports Pub back in August when we was toasting to goddamn Super Bowls.
Shout out to my guy Derek B. On a side note, put a pin in that. We're gonna come back. We're gonna all answer that because it's the perfect segue to that. He said that the football gods blessed us in not having that stream actually work and be up on YouTube. Do you know how badly they would have kicked our backs in if that shit would have been?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
They'd be running that joint like that video with Lou talking about the primetime game.
Oh yeah, look, bro. I stood on a chair, bro. I did a Charlie Sheen on the couch. I stood up on a damn chair talking about primetime games and beating the
Tom Cruise on Oprah's couch.
Yeah. I said Charlie Sheen, Tom Cruise on Oprah's couch. I stood up on a damn chair talking about we beat the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Like, do you know how badly they would have kicked our backs in if that shit would have actually worked? So shout out to the football gods for making sure we didn't embarrass ourselves even further, bro. I thought Rico had us 9-0. Rio had us 8-1.
8-1 through 9.
We did a toast to going to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl, bro. Do you know how they would
y'all at Levi Stadium in February where we all do this again for the Super Bowl?
Bro, you know how badly they would have killed us if that shit would have worked. So shout out to the football guys for not allowing that to go down because we would have never heard the end of that. But the thing that has us the most disappointed about this year, Ed, you fire away first.
I would just say not being able to see JD5 consistently, man. But I guess I'll just go back to I'll just start with Terry, I guess, man. Like, just the whole vibes from that situation kind of just set the tone for the season, man. Like, you know, JD5 having to practice with Robbie Chosen wasn't there yet, but Ja'Cory Brooks and Chris Moore, who had a crucial drop against the Dolphins, and Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane, and just not having that chemistry. Noah Brown being hurt. It just kind of led to a lot of things. Like, I'm not going to blame Terry and whatever his agent's name, Buddy Baker, you know. So, but it definitely kind of looking back at it. Once again, I'm not blaming Terry for the season, but it just kind of set the vibes off, man. And it kind of it led to the quad injury, him holding out. So I would say that's just the most disappointing thing, and it just kind of led to a bunch of I felt like just guys being out, man. We just had no chemistry, and Cliff got fed up at a point. He said it himself. We just had no chemistry where we just didn't have guys practicing together, and it kind of just led to guys not being able to play together at all. So, and that's the story of the season, the injuries, man. And it might have just been a domino effect. Once again, I can't blame Terry for everything. It's easy to do that, but I just think the whole hold-in situation where it came from a guy where we haven't seen him act that certain way. And I get it. Everybody wants to get paid. We want to get his money and everything, the whole Eastern Motors thing and stuff like that. But I think that was kind of just the most disappointing thing for me.
Man.
For me, I'll say just never getting to see what it really looked like.
Yeah, and Adam Peters was involved in it too. So it wasn't just Terry's fault, but it was, Adam was involved too. It was a lot of back and forth. So it is what it is. In hindsight, of course, we wish it would have been done right after the season. We were on that high. If they could have got a deal done around that time, but like I said, it just kind of set the tone for the season.
It did. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I just I'll as a Grizzlies fan, I'm bringing the Grizzlies up again. As a Grizzlies fan,
that's 2 times too many. Luke.
I agree. As bad as they are right now, too, they have no business being brought up this many times. But I talked about never really getting to see what Marcus Smart looked like with the old core of Ja, Tripp, and Dez, and how disappointing that was. You never got to see if it really truly could have worked. And I just wanted to see what this looked like, because we mortgaged a lot of our present, not necessarily the future. We mortgaged a lot of the present. We gave up picks last year. We gave up picks this year to go for it. And we never really got to see what it truly looked like. So, and we never got a chance to see if that investment ever could truly pay off. Not being healthy, not ever getting all the pieces on the field at the same time, we got a glimpse of what the defense could look like. We got a glimpse of what the offense could be, even though it was so brief, you never really even felt like it was a glimpse. The Giants game was dominant defensively. The offense was not in sync in week 1, but you just knew, hey, Terry just got back here not too long ago. Like, they're still putting the pieces of that together, but it'll come together eventually. You could see the makings of it. And Debo in that like number 2 spot in week 1, that was some elite Debo, right? That Debo in that game was what we envisioned him being in this offense as a number 2 option. And so I just wanted to see more of that. And I wanted to see what this was all going to look like. And we got robbed of that as early as week 2, right? All the injuries pretty much hit in week 2 versus the Packers, and it just hasn't stopped since. And so to me, that's the most disappointing part, is you could play the what if game. Like, what if everybody would have stayed healthy? What would it have looked like? We'll never know. And that's disappointing, because as much as we talk about the disappointment of the season, and I know Eagles fans always like to laugh and point at us because of our optimism, but I'm not upset at the fact that we, are here. I'm disappointed because we didn't get to see it. Like, if we would have had all of our, it would have been a lot worse if we had all of our shit and the season just went to hell in a handbasket. Correct. That would be more depressing than this shit, because then you don't have anything to fall back on. If Jaden Daniels actually regressed, if this team actually, and you could say to a degree he did regress, but there's reasons behind that. Had everybody been healthy, he'd been healthy, and this shit just looked like this, that'd be totally different. Now I got nothing for you. So my biggest disappointment is we just never got to see the shit, man.
Rico?
I mean, yeah, for me, I feel like injuries are obviously like the biggest part, but like specifically for me, the regression of like certain players, because like, again, to Louie's point, like we can blame injuries for to me, it's the main reason this way this season has gone the way that it is. So that's something you can fall back on. You rally around that. Hey man, if we're healthy, we could be a problem next year. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But like certain players that were healthy and were out there even regress. Guys like Mike Sanders still. I mean, we saw some flashes from Johnny Newton last year, but I mean, he looked worse this year. You could argue with while playing more. Quan Martin regressed somehow. He got healthier but got worse at tackling. Frankie Louvu isn't one. We can talk about Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz. They're old. That's why they regressed. But like that was kind of like obvious. That was just Father Time doing his thing. But like Frankie Louvu isn't that old to be regressing the way that he did. And wasn't he voted like the highest player on our at least defensive player on the top NFL top 100 players or something like that? And so for me, it's just the regression of random players, because now again with the injuries, you can look and be like, we're healthy, we're good. But there are certain things with the certain players where it's like, I don't know what the future holds for those guys, even if we are healthy next year. Sam is still going to figure it out. Maybe him moving back outside. Is Quan Martin going to finally figure out how to tackle with 2 healthy shoulders? Like it's just so that's the part that's the scariest for me.
Yeah, I know for me personally, so I can go a different route than everybody else's answers so far. It's the fashion in which we're being seen this way. Like the way that this season has taken place, you know, the loudest people when it comes to football discourse are the people who aren't following your team, the people who are rooting for the downfall. It's like they all get a win, and it doesn't care what the context is. They all get a win for it. Like, the Bears are thriving, and they did exactly to us what they did last year. The freaking Broncos and all those Bo Nix things, even though Bo Nix in no way looks like a great quarterback, they're the best team in the NFL right now. Drake May and the Patriots are like 8-2, 9-2. We're watching. The Eagles are still at the top of the league this year. Everybody who had fingers pointing at us, rooting for us, and praying for our season to tank, they're thriving right now. And all those primetime games that me and Lou made sure everybody in the world knew that we had, we're getting dogged in them, bro. We're over on prompt. We were so happy. Standalone games, 8 of them.
And we ain't done yet, bro.
Games,
We got so many more of them shits
and
left.
the league is making us sit through more of them. They did not flex the Broncos game.
Nope.
We're on Christmas. I just seen they put the whole star-studded cast of Christmas on Netflix for the game. Austin Eckler interning and gonna be a part of the coverage for that game. Like, this is crazy, bro. We still have more to be played. We didn't win a single one of them, y'all.
I know.
Yeah. Don't forget Hard Knocks too. We got Hard Knocks coming up too.
And we got more national. I don't even know who's gonna be the focus of it. Jaden
will be back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jaden will be back. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're all in for week 13. But my biggest thing is the national scale in which the ineptitude is being shown on.
Yeah.
We're getting whooped on Mondays, on Thursdays, on Sunday afternoons, evenings, and night. Like we're getting dogged every time
mornings. And mornings.
I've seen us get dogged at 9, at 1, at 4, and at 8:25. I've seen us get dogged on a Monday, a Sunday, a Thursday. We still got a Christmas game to come, and we play the Eagles on Saturday.
Abroad, domestic.
It's the fashion. It's the way. It's the optics of. It's bad, man. And
what's Dan Quinn's mantra? Anytime, anywhere, anywhere.
And that has been the flip side narrative of the entire 2025 Washington Commanders season. And I hate the vindication and validation our haters have gotten, but we have to take it on the chin, and we back like cook crack in 2026. But the primetime beatings, they're taking a toll on me, fellas. They can stop. Throw in the damn towel.
Throw in the damn towel.
Don't keep us on Sunday Night Football in a couple of weeks, but I guess they're going to get what they paying for, because we might get Terry back, and Noah, and Jaden, and Drizzy Drake Jackson, and Will Harris. We're getting a little bit of everybody for week 13, so get your.
You sound like you was Hulk Hogan cutting a promo just now.
Brother,
we're getting all the guys back.
He popped his elbow back into place for November 30th, baby. We're back.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
He just got a superpowers.
Throw the season away.
The Mega Powers promo. He started out sound like Hogan and then turned out to sound like Macho Man at the end.
I wanted the bright lights. I still want the bright lights. This team was in no shape to take the bright lights this year, and with the current roster that we have, these boys don't belong on no damn prime time.
But we got heavy hitters though. But we got heavy hitters like Jeremy Reeves on the roster. What you talking about, man? If I see Jeremy Reeves, and I love Jeremy, man. I love Revo. But if I see him rolled out one more time as one of our main players for some kind of artwork or some kind of poster.
That man on the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Spain is like the guy.
Hey,
oh man, all pro Revo. He was all pro.
All pro Revo is.
I know the Dolphins were like, "Yo, who is this?" Dolphins fans is like, "Well, what are we going up against,
bro?" It's been one of those trying seasons that it tests your fandom, right? Especially when you thought we were over all of this, and I think one of the byproducts of this has been the hyper criticism of everything that has to do with this team. And I always tell people context matters. And I get some of the different criticisms. They're warranted. But I think Adam Peters has probably been the one that has been criticized the most here of late. And I don't think it's necessarily wholeheartedly justified. You can be disappointed in what this team looked like this season and what they did. They went for it. Is anybody here disappointed that they went for it? Because they went for it.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I just hate how it turned out. But I ain't mad at it. We can't second guess it after the fact if we was on board with it as it was going down. Like, here for it.
You went to the NFC Championship game last year. You wanted them to just be like, nah, we good. We got to stay the course. Like, the show, Rio sent me a show today in the group chat. He said it sent us a group chat, a show in the group chat. And they gave a quote that I think is so true. I'm gonna run with it. They said they got it from Nick Saban. But the quote went something to the effect of, success is a distraction to the process.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened to us, right? We had the recalibration set up of turning this thing around, gutting the roster, building it back up from scratch and the ground up, using the 2024 draft class as the foundation of that building block and the free agency class that they brought in. That was supposed to be the building block that was going to help them restore this franchise, this roster, and build this thing up the right way.
Yep.
And then 2024 season actually happened. And that became the distraction. That success distracted them from the ultimate process of building this thing the right way. Instead of them continuing to hoard draft picks to build this roster up with young, talented football players, they instead opted for the now approach of trying to win a Super Bowl because you were within 60 minutes of the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That distraction of success last year put us in the position this year to push chips to the center of the table. We didn't push all of them, but we pushed a bunch of them in there.
We pushed almost all of them. We probably left a chip in our pocket for a rainy day, but we pushed them things in there.
All of those rainy days. We pushed most of the chips in the center of the table, and we lost. We crapped out. We lost all of our money for the most part. But
honestly, I would have way more regret though if we didn't go all in. Like if we didn't find a left tackle,
that's right,
didn't trade for Debo to try to bring in a wide receiver too with Terry and things like that. I feel like if we were in this situation this year, but we didn't take those big swings, I would have had way more regret of what could have been if they tried to go ahead and jump on this potential Super Bowl opportunity and window that we had. So I mean, it does suck, especially looking back how hindsight's 2020. Right. But I'm still happy that they went all in. It didn't work out, but at least they try. You see an organization that tries. At least they can swing and they can miss, but at least they're swinging. You know what I'm saying? You would hope that they would swing correctly more often, at a higher clip than they have. Especially like even just some of the guys that they let go are going to other teams and playing fairly well. But I'm just happy that they swung in the first place, bro.
Yeah, and even last year's trade deadline too, because we didn't have a lot of picks this past draft, and I was hyped for Marshawn Lattimore. I'm not gonna lie, I was excited, man. But
I was too.
Yeah, it didn't work out. But in hindsight, that was the move you had to make. I mean, you had Ben St. Juste as your corner, Michael Davis as your corner. Like you had to do something. Like we were desperate at that point. And then you trade 2 picks for Laramie. I think it was the second and the 4th for Laramie Tunzel. Trade the 5th for Debo, so we're still hurting with picks this year, but you had to, especially because it was us against the Eagles. It's like, how are you going to match the Eagles? How are you going to bridge the gap? That was the whole conversation in the offseason. It was really just us two at the top of the NFC and maybe the Rams, and that was about it. Offseason talk. So you had to do it. Adam Peters, he had to be aggressive. And then we had the report from Adam Schefter, like guys want to come to Washington, guys want to play with Jaden Daniels, guys are begging their agents to get on the phone. We saw it
with Von Miller, right?
Yeah, and get on the phone with Adam Peters.
Even at this trade deadline, it said Jeffrey Simmons was still interested and would prefer to get traded to the club. I think even players around the league are looking at like, yo, this team is too hurt to do anything with this. It's not them. It's just bad luck. I feel like people are going to be surprised this offseason when some of the really good players around the NFL are at least still talking to it. Even if we don't end up signing them, there's going to be some interest.
I'm about to say, are we going to be interested in good players? Are we going to actually spend money and try to really put a fix on positions and not a quick fix or Band-Aid on everything this year?
I think that was more a byproduct of where we were. You opt for the 1-year veteran that's going to come in, because if you're trying to win, young guys aren't going to help you, right? You're more so less thinking. We get a couple of young guys in some certain spots, like Jalen Lane, for instance. He had a niche that they had carved out for him. He's just going to help us on punt returns. That's it. Punt and kickoff returns. Nothing else. That was supposed to be his role. You don't want to ask young guys to do too much when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. The goal is to bring in veterans that have been there, done that. That's why you go get a Dietrich Wise. That's why you go get a Jonathan Jones. Guys that have been to and won a Super Bowl before. So they were looking to capitalize off of the success of the year before. I think you're going to see Adam Peters be a little bit more aggressive if the opportunities present itself. That's why I think it's so important that you figure out what's what. Like, are we convinced that Debo's back next year? Because the wide receiver market next offseason is trash. Yes, George Pickens isn't getting out of Dallas. I think we can all agree on that.
Man, I don't know. Dallas is weird. There's a world where he gets out of Dallas. He ain't going to come here because he's not a commander tag player, and that shit is dumb as hell. I don't give a damn about the commander tag. No longer means anything to me, but they're not going to sign that player. I need
until they show us that they're willing to veer off of that path. You gotta assume that anybody with any kind of checkered past or the penchant for being a hothead or
I would sign the shit out of George Pickens
without a doubt, in a heartbeat. Do it 10 times over, bro. Call him a crash out all you want, but he be cooking DBs, bro.
He like
cooking
them,
man.
That's my crash out, man. I miss him.
Boy, he's a problem, and I don't see them letting him get away. Like, even I think what you're gonna see is Dallas slap the franchise tag on him.
Yeah. Jerry gonna play all the games.
Yeah, playing, and then they're gonna say you a number 2, and he gonna say, "Bitch, I'm a number 1."
You're gonna be like, "I'm third in the league in receiving yards."
Yeah, stop playing with me. And Jerry's gonna say, "Well, you a number 2 receiver. That's what we trying to pay you like." And that's where the problem gonna end up. But Jerry gonna franchise his ass. He ain't going nowhere.
The Debo question is going to be like the most interesting question of the offseason, because how much are we trying to commit the 2 30-year-old receivers?
Exactly. And what does Debo see his value as?
Well, because salaries too. Cooper Kupp's getting like 15. He may look at that. I think that's going to be the benchmark. He's getting like Cooper Kupp's getting like 16, and Debo's having a way better. He's having a way better season than Cooper Kupp. I'm not saying Debo may deserve 15, 16.
I need the whole.
And then De'Ami got 10 mil last year, so it's like if you're looking at stuff like that, guys like De'Ami Brown got 10 mil, then you're looking way above 10 mil.
I've seen people say just give him 20 million a year, and I was like,
hold
on now, partner.
That's not how that's supposed to go.
You're not paying 50 million a year for Terry and Debo. Like, no.
What did he get? I thought he was getting 17 this year.
17, something. I think doesn't it equal out to about like 2021 after like everything?
Yeah, 17 is like the highest I probably would go. Like, and that's still a lot. That 15 sound good to me. How much Diggs getting? How much he signed for with New England?
They kind of overpaid him.
Yeah, they
probably
did.
Getting 20, 21.
Yes, in the 20s. But I was looking at that Cooper Kupp.
Diggs still get busy too.
Cooper Kupp range. That's what I was looking at.
That would make a lot of sense. But I think if you are among those who don't want to see Jaden down the stretch, I would just say this: it's happening, so you can go ahead and get that out.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing when we come out to buy. I think.
I don't know if we were being reasonable with that, but because I was doing the math this morning, it would be basically 4 weeks since the injury, but it's not like totally a month, right? Because it was the first Sunday in November that injury occurred, but then he missed the 9th, the 16th, the bye week is the 23rd, and then he'd be back if he's healthy on the 30th. I feel like that might be too fast. I think it might be the week after that, maybe on the road against Minnesota, or the final 4 games of the season for the Giants and the rest of the division, basically. But I just want to see what Debo and Terry look like with Jaden. If they're going to play him, I want to see what that looks like, because what if those two don't really mesh well together? Like, do we need to run it back? I think we feel like it will in Cliff's offense. One stretching the football field vertically, the other one horizontally.
Man, give me Alec Pierce or Romeo Dobbs. Man, I need some youth over here.
I don't want nothing to do with Romeo Dobbs.
But give me some Alec Pierce, even though
Alec Pierce is not getting out of Indy. He's the best deep ball. He's the best deep ball.
I know
wide
we
receiver.
need the shit out of Alec Pierce. If he's an unrestricted free agent, Adam Peters should be on his line very swiftly.
Rashid Shaheed is a free agent, but the Seahawks probably won't let him go. So
he already talked about wanting to re-up with them. He ain't going nowhere.
So the free agent market is a pretty
the receiver market
a young,
is dead,
talented receiver over here.
I think you have to draft. I think you got to draft one.
Definitely.
I think you got to draft one. I don't think you're gonna find that in the. I think of the positions that I was looking at that make sense on the offensive side, it's running back and tight end. Those are the two that you can get a really quality free agent in and feel good about. But I wanted to ask y'all another question about, and I can't remember what it is. It'll come back to me. I had 2 questions actually for y'all about the current state of where we are. It'll come back to me eventually. And they were good questions too. But
look at this season.
Hold up, Mike Evans is a free agent. He's old, but
no.
But nah, we already did that once. We're definitely not doing that again.
I need to put like a 27 rule on free agents, bro. Like 27 got to be like pushing the line for us at this point, bro.
What Keenan Allen was cooking with the Chargers, so I mean, I'd probably take Mike on a 1-year deal. I'd rather we good on that. Like
I feel like another Von Miller type, even though Mike is still good.
Yeah, Mike's still cooking.
Mike ain't going nowhere. First of all, he's finishing his career. Yeah. I will say this: Keenan is playing really well because of the familiarity of LA. Yeah, he already he didn't have to learn anything. He just went back home. Basically, he should have never left. He probably felt like he should have never left, and he just went back home and seamlessly fit in. We definitely are going to get younger. I feel like. I think we're going to go from the worst, the oldest, roster in football to like middle of the pack next year. I think we're going to be like the 13th or 14th youngest roster in the league next year.
One can hope.
I'm telling you, that's what's good. I think they're going to overcorrect because of what happened this year. And so you're going to see them. Go ahead.
To your point, too, like off-season wise, like we need to really figure out what our biggest needs actually are. And I mean, that goes back to the conversation we've been having the last couple of weeks of playing these younger guys, or even just kicker, like bringing a different kicker. If he's good or not, if he's not, move on, bring in another one. Because I've definitely noticed that they keep hyping up these kickers based off of what they're doing in practice. Everybody makes every kick in practice. We get in these real games, that's when they start missing. So I think you should start having kicker tryouts. I know it sounds crazy, but you need to have that mid-season. But even to that point, playing a lot of the younger guys so we can have a better idea of because we need kind of a little bit of everything. But like, what should we prioritize? Is Ben Sinnott, of course, it's only half a season to feature him, and he's coming off an injury. So you can't just completely declare good or bad by the end of this season. But we need to have a better idea of should we be targeting tight end in the 3rd round, or can we wait until like the 6th round to maybe get a tight end? Like that's the type of stuff we need to be evaluating and playing these younger guys so we can have a better idea of what we really need the most of. Do we need another linebacker that bad? Is that a round 3 thing? Maybe even round 1 with Arvell, or is that like you wait till the 6th or 7th round to maybe pick up another, young, fast linebacker and stuff like that? So my main mission for the rest of the season is by the end of the season, have a great idea of what you really need to prioritize, because you're not going to be able to check every box in this upcoming offseason. We have too many holes, and you need to figure out which ones need to be prioritized over others.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, everything is a need. The only thing that's not a need is probably the offensive line. I think the offensive line is set.
Literally.
Yep. Absolutely.
Running back is a need, receivers a need, tight ends a need, like everything, corner, safety, linebacker, everything is a need, right? A defensive end is a need, like everything is a need. And at this point, it's just like talent. You just got to upgrade talent. Like Jeremiah Love, that's a talent you may not want to pass up on. If you really feel like he's going to raise the bar of talent, then I wouldn't be mad at that pick. Last year, I wasn't as mad at getting Trayvon Henderson possibly. Like we just need talent. That's how bad the roster looks at some points, in my opinion. And the offensive side of the ball needs work too.
And come back to me. Come to me.
Oh man,
I'm about to say
everything needs work, bro. And to your point, Ed, I think you hit it right on the head. Offensive line is the one position group that I this is what I'll say with the offensive line, because I went over all of that today. I did the offense today. The offensive line, like if you model your situation after the successful teams in the league, and we got one right in our backyard with the Philadelphia Eagles, they are constantly drafting or adding young defensive linemen and offensive linemen for the purposes of having developmental prospects, right? Like you look at the last 3 defensive tackles in Philadelphia that weren't first-round picks. You had the guy that the 49ers signed in free agency the year they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs. I can't remember what his name was, but he was a beast. And the 49ers gave him a big contract that offseason. Guess what? The dude that just went to the Patriots stepped in when he left, right? Seamlessly transitioned in. What was the dude who just signed with the Patriots for all that money? Milton Williams. There you go. He stepped in, had Milton Williams drafted. And so he just stepped in for that dude after he left, right? Milton Williams balling. They like, we can't pay you, bro. Guess what? They had the dude a Jomo.
And they get a comp pick for that too.
Yeah.
They
got hell yeah, with him and your boy Sweat that went to the Cardinals, right? Yep. They just keep these dudes on tap. They drafted the guy Jalix Hunt, right? So he can leave. Jalix Hunt just gonna step in, right? You can leave Milton Williams. We gonna have a Jomo step in, and these dudes are balling, right? You look at the offensive line. Tyler Steen is on the bench to step in when they got to move this guy from here so this guy can step in. And they didn't know when the hell Jason Kelce was going to retire. They didn't know, but they had already drafted his replacement 2 years prior, right? The center that they got in there now from Nebraska, they drafted him in the second round, like 2 years before Kelce even retired. We'll just throw him at right guard until
just waiting in the wings
till he retires, and you can just step in and take over. And then they drafted Jordan Mailata in the 7th round and developed him for 2 years, taught him how to play football while he figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to start. We got one developmental offensive lineman on our roster. This is why I said the shit's got to get younger. Like, you got to move on from old ass George Fant. You got to move on from old ass George Scott. You got to move on. This is what we got. 33-year-old George Fant is your swing tackle, right? After Andrew Wiley. You got old ass George Fant. You got old ass Trent Scott. That'll be 32 here shortly. You got to move on from him. You probably got to move. You should move on from Andrew Wiley. Like, if you want to hold on to Wiley, he plays 4 positions, fine. Knock yourself out. But ultimately, we only got the kid from NC State, Timothy McKay. There you go. Timothy McKay is the only developmental offensive lineman we have right now. We don't have any. You got guys like Michael Dieter.
Your boy.
Michael Dieter. He's on the damn practice squad. You got guys like Julian Good. Why is he still here? I thought I dismissed him 2 years ago. Why is Julian Good-Jones still here? Like, these are the guys that are here. We have to stop this shit. We got to go find us a developmental tackle, and we got to continue to develop McKay, and that's what we should be doing. In defensive linemen,
does Brandon Coleman count since he got reverted back into backup? Like, does he count as a developmental?
If he doesn't find a way to start. Like this should be the best offseason of his life, right? I want him to come back on some Chris Paul best shape of my life bullshit next season.
Yep.
And if he's not in a position to win his job back, he's a bust. You can get rid of him right now.
Peace.
He's useless.
Peace.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's gonna beat out Chris Paul at this point, even next year.
He better.
I doubt it.
But the point that I wanted to bring up from earlier, because I ended up when Ed mentioned Jeremiah Love, his whole highlights ran through my head. Then I saw Jahmyr Gibbs highlights. It completely made me forget about everything I was gonna say. I got all excited. I was like, okay, Bernie go. But I thought, even though we're in an ugly situation where we have a lot of needs, it's crazy because the top 3 positional values we have on lock, like quarterback, left tackle, we feel great about. Now we're talking about Laramie Tunsil extension potentially, but 2 of the 3 hardest positions to find a really good player, a cornerstone, Pro Bowl dependable player, we have that covered. So it's kind of crazy because in our previous years of being bad as Redskins fans, we would have everything seemingly but quarterback and left tackle.
Yep.
Now it feels like that's really the only things we have.
Team.
Yeah, that's literally all we got at this point as far as long term. We know we're good, especially if you keep Laramie Tunsil, you pay him, you extend him or whatever. We're good at 2 of the hardest positions to find, 2 of the 3 most valuable positions. You get edge rusher, you hit on that, and granted, you could argue Dorrance Armstrong before he got hurt was kind of that. We definitely need another 1 or 2, even though I do like Jacob Martin and situational pass rush, all that type of stuff. But as ugly as it is, we have found answers in some of the hardest and most necessary positions to find answers at in football.
And now you got to build around that. And that takes me to one of the things I can remember now. I can't remember the other thing, but I wanted to ask you about Adam Peters' drafts. And we've had 2 of them he's had 2 of them under his belt now. And the stock exchange thing that you sent us, Rio, they kind of went through his drafts, and we've all heard the old adage of if you hit on 30% of your draft, then it's a successful draft, right?
Yep.
And so Adam Peters has had 2 drafts, 14 total players taken, and
I don't know, Jim.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I feel like those drafts are under a microscope because of the way things have gone. But if you look at, if we would have been on the track that we were supposed to be on, I think people would be okay with these drafts. It's because of where we are right now that they're not okay with some of the draft picks. But let's go through the 2 drafts quickly and talk about them. So the first draft in 2024, first round, Jaden Daniels, slam dunk home run. We know what we have there. Okay, so that's 1. If you take it at face value, 30% of a 9-player draft is roughly 3 players, right? So 3. If you hit on 3, or if you have 3 guys that are going to be contributors on your football team, then you had a successful draft, essentially.
Indeed.
So Jaden is 1. I think I'm not going to speak for anybody. Johnny Newton, how do y'all feel about him?
No.
Whoo. Yeah, that one. And no. I can't be too mad at them because I wanted them bad. I
Me
was
too.
one of the people that wanted them.
I was cool with it. I was cool.
Me
It's
too.
not working out, and it's not my job. So, but it's not working out at all. I'm still hoping something turns around, but it hasn't turned around yet at all.
Yeah, I'll be a little optimistic and positive. It's TBD. We saw a flash play. If he didn't throw Pat Mahomes to the ground, it would have been a nice play. But it is what it is. That happened. He had to jump off sides against the Steelers.
Ed ain't gonna never let that go.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So a lot of my memories of Johnny are bad.
Negative, right?
So
I just see him 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Too much.
Right.
That's
yeah, that too. Yeah, getting pushed around, ragdoll a little bit. And then we see why he dropped in the draft, and Luka Rororo went above him because of the 2 injured feet. So that was a rough start for him with the injuries. But yeah, so make a long story short, yeah, it's looking rough.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ed. I'm still holding out hope, but I'm come to the realization in my mind that he's never going to live up to the 2nd round billing. and he's been a disappointment. But I've always said to myself that everyone matures at a different rate in the NFL. And I've seen guys have the light bulb come on in year 3, right? So he had the surgeries last year. He was supposed to have a complete offseason, all that good stuff. Maybe year 3 is he finally gets back to himself. I don't know. But right now it feels like that one is a miss, right? So you go to the next second round pick, Mikey Sainristil. Where y'all at on him?
TBD.
I'll say that's weird. He looked like a super hit. Like he looked like he was going to outperform his second round draft. He looked like a first rounder. And then this year he's looked like a fifth. I mean, even though he does lead our team in interceptions, but on a down-to-down basis, it hasn't looked like a second round pick. He's a weird one where it was a hit. Now it doesn't look like. I think him going back, but the whole outside, he's too small to play outside consistently, right? Like, is that like how does that work?
Yeah, he's too small to go out there. That's why they went and got Lattimore. And that's why they doubled down on the cornerback position and went and got Trey Amos, because he's supposed to be a nickel. You don't want him out there against A.J. Brown consistently. We saw that in the NFC Championship game. That ain't the life you want for him. He's
supposed to be a nickel. He been a penny. Some slot phase, but
I'm gonna tell you what with him. I still believe in him, and like you said, he leads the team in interceptions. He could have had 3 or 4 more. And, that's the disappointing part for a guy that's a former wide receiver. I'd like to see him be a little bit more consistent catching those. But ultimately, they're asking him to do things that he didn't even do in college consistently. He wasn't playing a ton of man coverage in college as a nickel. You got to remember, he was making the transition from wide receiver over to the defensive side of the football. They let him key quarterbacks' eyes, play zone, blitz, be around the line of scrimmage, and be a ball hawk. And we're asking him to play basically man coverage from the slot. And it's just a tough thing to ask a guy to do who probably isn't built to do that on a down in, down out basis. He can do that a little bit, but not every single snap. We do know this, if we know nothing else. Mike Sainristil is a part of this team moving forward. He's going to be a starter. He's going to be a guy they rely on, and he's not going anywhere. So
I wouldn't be surprised if a new defensive coordinator gets him looking right back to how he looked in 2024.
I mean, are we even getting a new defensive coordinator? I think that's another conversation for another day. Is DQ even hiring somebody next year?
DQ said, "I'm the captain now."
Yeah,
but I think John Kahn brought up the point sometime this week. Like, Dan Quinn doesn't want to call plays or something like that based off of what he's heard or what he knows or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to hire somebody to call plays. And if it's not Joe Witt, then maybe Joe Witt just gets demoted to something. Because I don't see Joe Witt leaving the team completely.
Defensive backs coach.
Yeah, there you go. Tom Donatel.
He better be Al Harris for us now, I guess.
Yeah, but John Cobb said Dan Quinn does not want to call plays, and so they're probably going to bring in somebody else to call in plays, and then I guess Joe Witt back to DB's coach taking Tom Donatel's job.
I don't understand, like. What will I want to see what that looks like, because I know DQ that he said it. He told us he didn't want to call plays. He didn't you see how long it took him to take over the play calling responsibilities. He didn't want to do it.
Nope.
So
no part of it.
He wanted no parts of this. So clearly he doesn't want to do it, but he had no choice. He saw this ship was sinking and it was going to absolutely sink if he didn't take over. I think Mikey is I look at Mikey as a guy that's going to be a player for us, and he's a starter. He's a guy you're counting on right now. I see him as a guy that's going to be a hit for us in this particular draft. What about you, Ed?
What about Mikey? Yeah, it's still TBD for me. I think he can have a bounce back year, possibly. But it's been rough. It's been rough this year. There's been a lot of times where he's been in the area. I think was it an Atlanta game? He was in the area against Drake London, but he was just too small. So there's been some situations like that too. He has to catch interceptions, and then the muff punt. It's not all his fault because he shouldn't have been back there, but that will always be in my mind because that was just awful. And then before that he dropped the interception. So it's just like a lot of bad memories with him right now this year too. So it's definitely been a regression for him, and it's been disappointing because he was on all the billboards and all the marketing stuff. Like he just came off of the he had 2 picks against the Lions, right? He had the one where he ran the route.
You talking about the playoff game?
Yeah, the playoff game.
Yeah,
not definitely not the one.
Yeah.
The greatest game of our lives, the Lions game, or my life. That game, So looking at that game, he was working out with Darryl Green, so it was just like last year he was the golden guy. So, but so that's why I'm holding out hope for Mikey.
Ben Sinnott. I think can I just speak for everybody and say TBD on him?
Yep.
Because we just don't know, and I feel like you have to pack up Zach Ertz this year. You have to. You got to pack him up because he's like an NBA veteran in front of a young guy you want to get minutes. He's in the way.
Yeah, and while we're here, not relative to this conversation, but it is pack Bobby up too.
Oh yeah, no, that I think that's
they're a package deal. Send them to the sunset.
Yeah.
No. I think he's gonna pack himself up. I think he's done. Like I think he's just like, it was cool last year, man. I think I'm about done too. Yeah, you can't fire me. I quit.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap for Bobby. So I ain't too pressed on him. I'm more nervous about Zach because Zach looked like the type of dude that'll try to hang in there,
stay forever.
As long as he can. And he said, I want to retire.
I was younger so I could have played with Jada my whole
career. And then he said, I want to retire playing for Cliff. And I'm like, that's cool, man. That's what's up.
Sound nice. Sound Disney movie like.
Yeah, but we got other plans, bro. So you gotta move on.
And to that point, Ben Sinnott needs to be featured way more. I know he gets a lot of snaps. No, he needs more targets.
We that's one of the dudes. Like, if you ask me about post-buy things, I'm looking for a post-buy, and we can probably get into that a little bit more next week.
See him start him.
We need to see him out there more touching the football. I just struggle with the whole concept of not being able to get him touches though. Like you can't throw him a tight end screen.
Is that a Cliff thing?
John Bates is getting 2 catches a game. Get up to Ben Sinnott.
It's definitely a Cliff thing because you can call like I watch. I think you do as well. I watch other teams.
Yeah, the Steelers involve Fireman, Darnell Washington gets catches. Like they involve all their tight ends.
Bro, the Rams throw to 4 different tight ends every week. The Bills throw to 4 different tight ends every other week and 3 every week. Like I see teams incorporate other. We seem to be the only team that is against throwing to other tight ends not named Zach Ertz.
We're allergic to that shit, man.
Yeah. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, like all those guys.
Charlie Kohler, they throw to all of them boys.
Those little John Bates throws that we have, can we give them to the guy we took in the 2nd round, please?
Thank you.
Exactly.
That's all we saying, bro. Like
tight end screen. I never need to see John Bates on a tight end screen ever. Please throw that shit away, Cliff Kingsbury.
And if he's incapable of handling those duties, then we need to note it and then move
on. Right. Yep. So we could go get us a tight end that can make these things happen.
Or try to revive Kyle Pitts or something like something.
It's a lot of like Isaiah Likely is a free agent, bro. Yep. Like I don't think the Ravens are gonna let him out of the building, but he's a free agent. There's options available. So we just need to know. We just need to know what he is. He's an incomplete.
I would move on personally.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to say that because
I get it. We haven't seen much, but I would personally move on.
Ed said, "No, I'm cool."
I would move on.
What we really all want to say, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Like, if you gave me the option of, hey, let's see what Ben can do, or Kyle Pitts. Give me Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Let's see what he could do, or give me, Isaiah Likely. Give me Isaiah Likely. Like I don't need to see what this dude could do. If he was that talented, you would have found a way to put him in the game already.
It hurts me that we're sitting here in the middle of closer to the back end of year 2, and I don't know whether Ben Sinnott's better than Colson Yankoff. That's a problem for me.
Right.
That's a really good point, man. That is such a good point.
Lawrence Cager,
That's
you
such
know.
a good
So.
point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to stop bringing up Lawrence Cager.
We about to be at December, bro. I don't think Ben Sinnott name ever been on Sleeper one time.
I haven't seen it. And
he was an anytime touchdown for like plus 1,000.
Everybody took it down as soon as they put it up there.
Hey.
Noah Fant is a free agent. Like guys like that, I would rather take a flyer. Noah Fant from the Bengals, guys like that. I think that.
Kirby Smart gonna send you an email about keep bringing up Lawrence Cager for this.
Hey, do it once a week.
Blemish on our record, bro. You got to stop it.
And bring it up once a week like they the defenders or something.
That's just where I'm at with Ben Sinnott.
Brandon Coleman, y'all.
Just give anybody a shot, yeah.
Brandon Coleman.
He's capable.
I still think he's a hit. I mean, I don't know. I think it's off the field. The talent is there.
I'm not gonna call him a miss. I'm not gonna call him a miss.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play poorly. It's just something had to have happened off the field to go from starter to inactive. Not even benched, inactive. So I would consider him a hit, me personally, because I think he's a really good offensive lineman, just period. And offensive line just happens to be our strongest and healthiest position. That's the only reason he's not playing right now.
What about you?
I'm still like Brandon Coleman. You moved him from left tackle to left guard. I thought he had some good moments at left tackle. I thought he played at left tackle. You look at the game against Trey Hendrickson where we did help him, but he had some good games. Myles Garrett had zero sacks, 0 pressures. A lot of that was just Jaden being great and moving around the pocket too. But I thought Brandon Coleman had some really good moments at left tackle last year. Then we trade for Tunzel. You move him to left guard, and they gave him a really short leash too. Like they benched him only after 2 games. I mean, we had a solid game against the Giants, then you bench him after because everybody got cooked on the line against.
There's got to be more to that story that we're never going to find out because they keep shit in house.
Getting whooped by Michael Parsons. Like everybody was getting whooped. The whole offensive line got whooped against the Packers, and you bench him against the Packers. And then everybody plays well against a bad team in the Raiders. So I just thought they kind of pulled the plug on him a little quick and then made him inactive. Then he plays against the Chiefs, and he plays pretty well when Tunzel gets hurt. So I wouldn't really just give up on him just yet. So that I actually like Brandon Coleman. I feel like he's a solid player. I think he's a solid player.
I think he's a guy that if he can't get the starting job this year, next season, then I'm gonna be out on him. But
you already said this year. This year is already.
I've moved on.
So in my mind. Is good.
I've moved on in my mind. This season is dead, and I'm already looking at next season like this season, right? Like I'm already talking in present tense or future tense. Like next year is right now because this season is dead in my mind. But he needs to have one of those Chris Rodriguez, Chris Paul type off seasons where he reshapes his body, comes in tremendous shape, and lets the staff know, hey, I'm serious about getting my job back. And yeah, come on.
Active thumb.
I need it. I need him to get back at left guard and solidify that spot. This is a guy that started 19 games for you last year. I need him to find a way back to the starting offensive line. I haven't given up on him, but it's getting late early for him. That's for sure. For me, at least. Mm-hmm. Luke McCaffrey.
Oh yeah. He's one of the few gems that is right now. He showed us something this year. I'm good with Luke. Luke is good.
Yeah.
Man, if you would have told me at the end of last year that Luke and would be one of the best players from that draft, outside of Jaden, of course, and then Brandon Coleman would be the one we're questioning, like that, I would have never imagined it. But yeah, Luke is a hit. At the very least, special teams, he's a hit. He's never going to break one for a touchdown. We've already talked about the reasons why. But at a certain point this season, like 5-6 weeks in, he was like 3rd or 4th or something in kick return yards per return. So and then he's starting to figure it out receiver wise a little bit too. So he's a hit, especially late in the 3rd.
Luke made me a believer too, bro. That's a hit so far.
Yeah, Luke is still mid, but I think he was the most improved player of the year. I mean, as a kick returner, as a receiver, catching touchdowns, whether they were wide open or not. He was a key contributor for sure. So I'm happy with what we got. I still think he's good, but I think he's solid compared to what we have.
I'll take some mid. If them second rounders was mid right now, there'll be something to hold on to, bro.
Very low bar. That's how bad it is. But
that barometer low as hell.
Yeah.
And Luke hasn't just even been the stats that have improved, like the toe tap, the toe drag thing that he did on the sideline, the contested catch against the Chargers, deep bomb against Jaden. Like those are like flashes and signs of like, okay, this guy can be something in the future. He's only going to get better.
I'm a big Luke supporter, man. He showed me, like Rio, he showed me a lot this year. And if he never ever develops into the type of receiver we need him to be, he's carved out a niche for himself on kickoffs. Like, do you understand? I was just talking about this earlier. Do you understand what him returning the ball out? Like, do you know how many times he's returned it to the plus territory, to the other side of the 50?
He's nice, bro. He's a good kick returner.
And do you understand how beneficial that would be for Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, et cetera, offense? Like, what'd you say?
I said Noah Brown.
No.
You gotta throw Noah Brown in there. We're talking about hypotheticals and people we ain't seen all year. You gotta throw him in there.
Do you know what that could be for them? Like, that's the equivalent of like forcing a turnover that we never get. We're starting possessions in plus territory because of Luke McCaffrey. At worst, these drives are starting at like the 40 with Luke. Like, it's crazy. So, and like you guys have brought up, he's made plays at the receiver position.
Better football player than the fourth rounder that we drafted this year, for sure.
We'll get to that in a second. So I look at Luke as a hit too. Like, so then you move to the 5th round. Dominique Hampton, not on the roster. They packed his ass up. They made a mistake. Moved on from him. So he's not playing football, that's for sure. He's not playing football. I saw our old friend Jamin Davis out there for the Raiders. Running around. Hey, Jamin.
Ed is probably getting shot. He's probably setting it up to get Hampton on the defenders.
Oh, well, you know, Ed got his contacts. He's working the phone.
We'll take him on a practice squad, not even a real roster.
They have a practice squad in that league?
Absolutely not. Hey, Ed, the defender's practice squad is nasty, bro. That's some nasty work.
A really strong development program for our roster.
Who develops them?
Hey,
Braylon Sanders.
Hey. I like when people say program. I like when they say program.
He got some calls. He got some workouts.
It makes it sound so distinguished.
Yes. I love when Pat McAfee says program.
I love that shit.
And then Ed just said program. I love it. So no Dominique Hampton. We go to the next 5th round pick from that year's draft class, and that is Jordan McGee. Where y'all at on Jordan McGee?
I'm excited to see more.
He's our only good open field tackler on the whole defense right now.
The only linebacker that excites me on the entire roster.
I see what you did there. That's a shot at Frankie Louvu.
He's the only one. It's just him.
I'm excited about Jordan McGee. I've always been a big fan of his. My biggest thing with him was always just staying healthy. Yeah. And he's been able to do that for the most part this year. So I know I'm jumping the gun here, but I consider him a hit because I think the only thing stopping him is Bobby Wagner being in front of him. It's the same thing that I felt like with Ben Sinnott. Like, I can't say the same thing for Sinnott because we haven't even seen any of it. But with him, we've seen enough to know the only thing really stopping him from getting the reps that he needs is Bobby Wagner being in front of him. So
he's open field tackling Devon Achane.
Achane, yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, that's
twice.
That's all I need to see.
Twice.
Like, I'm good, bro. I'm happy. I think he's only going to get better from here. Only the more he plays.
I think that's a hit. What about you, Ed? How you feeling about Jordan McGee?
Yeah, no, I thought he played well against the Dolphins. Like you said, he's the only linebacker with speed that plays out there. Kane's not getting any time, and Ali Cahill has been in and out of the lineup. But Jordan McGee, yeah, he brings some speed. Like you brought up the open field tackles against Devin Achane. And he just hasn't gotten any opportunities, really. He didn't start really getting playing time until like 2 weeks ago when he was forced to finally play Jordan McGee over not over Bobby Wagner, but give Jordan McGee some snaps. So I still think there's some potential there. It's just the injuries too. He's been banged up. Like the first year, his rookie year, injured in training camp. He just couldn't get right with it and stay healthy. So these last 6 or 7 games or whatever's left, I really want to see him get at least 50% of the snaps, which probably still won't happen, but I want to see him get more opportunities.
So that's another hit for me. You go to the final pick of the draft, and it is Javonte Jean-Baptiste. I'm an incomplete.
It's a 7th round pick too. So
yes, it's not one that you have to hit, but you got to remember from AP coming in and cleaning the house, every one of his draft picks is making the roster. Everyone. So 6th and 7th rounders, they matter. Until we build this thing up to where they don't, they do.
Yep.
So another case in point, Kane Madrano from this past year's draft. What the hell has he done to make the team? Nothing. But he a draft pick. We ain't cutting him, right?
We picked him.
We picked him, so he's here. And that's the same thing with Javonte Jean-Baptiste, but he's actually shown a little bit. Like, I thought it was a shame because his best game of his career to me was the one he got hurt in against Atlanta. He was playing really well in that game. Yes. And unfortunately he got hurt. And so it's incomplete. Like you guys said, it's a 7th rounder, but nonetheless, if you get anything from a 7th round pick, you win. So looking at the draft, I think for me, there's 4 guys right now that I feel like moving forward are a part of this team, are going to be huge parts of this team. That's that's Jaden Daniels, Mikey Sainristil, Luke McCaffrey, and Jordan McGee. How many do you guys have?
That sounds about right, but I would say like 4.5 because I really think Brandon Coleman's really good. We just got to figure out that situation. Like he's too talented. Like we've seen it.
I got an incomplete on him, Ben Sinnott, and Javonte. So
I got 3 out that class.
You said 3 like blue chip, not blue chip.
Not blue chip. Now just
3 what we can call hits from that
hits
class.
Or guys that are gonna be key cogs moving forward. They're gonna be on this roster. They're gonna play meaningful snaps. They're probably gonna be starters at some position on the field, and you're gonna be relying on them.
Right. Other than Jaden Daniels, of course.
Yes.
Y'all are saying 3.
Well, you count Jaden Daniels. He's a part of the draft class.
You count Jaden Daniels too? Okay. All right. With Jaden, so Jaden, Luke, and Jordan McGee. So yeah, I still believe in Mikey, man. I'm gonna go with 4. I still believe.
So if the answer is 3 or 4, that's 30%. If it's 3, if it's 4, it's almost 50% of the draft. So,
I think it's a pessimistic 3 and an optimistic 5.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I still got Sam still and Brandon. I'm still like, Brandon Coleman.
It can happen. You know what I mean? So then you get to this year's draft, and it's only 5 players. So it's a lot smaller of a draft class. You don't need to hit on as much of it if you want to get to that 30%. You really just need 2 of these guys to be good. Look, first round pick, Josh Conley Jr. I think we all feel like he's had his rough moments this year. We knew the beginning of the season was going to be tough for him because of the players he was going up against.
And everybody said he should have stayed a year. So we think about it in retrospect of what he's going to look like next year. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be a really good right tackle.
I do too. I don't know if he'll ever be a Pro Bowl tackle, but he'll be a tackle that we don't have. Like, he won't be like Andrew Wiley was his first year where you're like, man, goddamn, we got to help him all the damn time. Right. We should be able to leave him over there on most plays. I mean, look, you get one of these elite pass rushers over there, hey, help his ass out on the way out. Shit. Give him a little help on the way out. But I don't think he'll ever be an elite right tackle, but I think he has a chance to be a really good right tackle. Like, we know he's going to start for us and he's going to play. And I thought, watching the way, I thought he played his ass off against Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Eagles struggle with Aiden Hutchinson. Mm-hmm. I watched him put the Aiden on to sleep on a couple plays. He tried a spin move and he pushed his ass inside. I was like, oh shit. So he's getting better, clearly. So I think that's a hit. We all agree that's a hit, right?
Yep.
Ed, you agree? Because sometimes Ed be like, "Nah, I ain't with that shit."
Right, you're talking about Connolly.
Yeah, because I know Ed ain't a big Josh Connolly Jr. fan, so let me
Well,
stop.
I won't say Connolly a hit, but I'll say it could be it could definitely he could be fine.
So he's definitely TBD for me. So he played left tackle for the majority of his college career. So that is tough to transition. So I have to take that into account too. He did go through the gauntlet of Micah Parsons, Max Crosby, all the Giants pass rushers that they have, Thibodeau, Brian Burns. He has picked it up. Some of his analytical numbers are still bad, but over the last 3 weeks, he's improved. He's done better. He's done a better job. So it's TBD for me. It's still a TBD.
What about Trey Amos? Are we all in agreement that this dude looks the part of a real NFL corner?
With a healthy hip, for sure.
He looks the part.
Yeah, without a consistent pass rush to help him out too. So he's got to cover for like 4 or 5 seconds. Stick with guys.
So that's 2 for me. That's 1 for those of you who don't believe in Connolly yet.
Definitely 2 for me.
4th round, Jalen Lane.
Absolutely not so far, but it's still TBD. It's still TBD, but no.
I am optimistic on him because they drafted him for one reason and one reason alone this year, which was special teams, specifically punt return.
I was about to say, like, punt returns, yay. For kick returns,
I don't think he's as natural as a kick returner as he is a punt returner. For whatever reason,
the ball comes at a different angle. Instead of it coming from high up and you can catch it like this.
Yeah.
You know, the kick return sometimes, that's how the one where he dropped it and it went kind of to the side.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
It's different. But even when he run on kickoffs, it's not the same like tenacity and ferocious. Like, you know, he fumbled on a kickoff return. Where was that? Seattle, right? Where they just hit his arm, the ball came out. Like he was just loosey-goosey with it. He don't run the same on kickoffs like he do with punts. My problem with him this year is that we didn't force enough punts for this man to show his value. He was killing it on punt returns early this season, bro. He was getting like 11 yards a return the first 5 weeks. And then we just stopped forcing punts. He don't get opportunities to return kicks. The man got a 90-yard punt return. We ain't had a punt return for a touchdown since 2016 with Jamison Crowder. Like, I feel like if he would have gotten more opportunities, he would have ran another one back this year.
And I know we drafted him just to be a returner, but with the condition this receiver room is in, I need him to be some type of receiver as well. And he looks like not a good one at all.
So let me ask you
a little
this.
something in his recent game, taking a hit after one though. Like,
before then he held on to it.
He had the 41 catch from Mariota against the Lions too, so he's taking baby steps.
Let me catch a pass.
He did against the Dolphins. That's the one he got hurt. So let me ask you this: if he's Kevontae Turpin, you mad at that?
Hell no. I don't think he ever gonna be that though.
But he's not gonna be that because he's not shown us that ability on kickoffs. He's shown us that ability on punt returns already. He's shown us he can do that. He hasn't shown us that as it, but Kevontae Turpin, I don't think they use him enough in Dallas personally.
Not.
I would be using the shit out of him. He would touch it 7 times a game minimum for me, but that's a me thing. But he's not a dynamic receiver. Kevontae Turpin is not, right? And so he's really a guy you just get it to him. Like I would jet sweep his ass, I would wide receiver screen his ass, all that type of stuff. I don't think they do enough with him offensively in that regard, and I think that he can be dynamic as a return man. If we just force punts, we give him opportunities, which we haven't done this season enough to me. So the jury's still out on him. I believe he can be a guy that carves out a niche. If nothing else, similar to Luke, if he does nothing else but return kicks on punt returns specifically, I think he can be dynamic at that.
Yeah. So the sluggo double move he did on Tyreek Stevenson against the Bears, that was potential. He's shown some flashes.
Absolutely.
You see it. Yeah. Now the drops, you remember the drops more than the few plays that he's made. The drops really hurt. The Chiefs drop, the muffed kickoff. I feel like he's muffed a kickoff like twice or something.
Yes, he has.
And then
yep. And he muffed a punt once.
He muffed a punt. So he's had those mistakes that have really stood out. But he's had you can sprinkle some good plays. Like I said, he cooked Tyree Stevenson. He had the 41-yard catch against the Lions. The punt return was great. Your point about the no punts, like we didn't force a punt one game, like a whole game we went without forcing a punt.
Yeah, the Lions game. That's crazy.
Dallas, I feel like we barely forced because they put up 44 points. I feel like we barely forced a punt if we even forced one in that game. And then the Chiefs game, we actually did get some stops there, but they were mostly interceptions. Because
I'm about to say they were only interceptions. I don't think we forced their punter to kick the ball to us one time, bro.
Yeah, we only forced it, which was something. That's another thing we barely do. We forced a turnover, but to get back to Jalen Lane, I'm TBD on Jalen Lane. I'm still holding out hope on him. I still see the Virginia Tech Jalen Lane, and he was at ODU before where he transferred. It was Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee. Yep.
There we go. Yeah, he had a really good year in Middle Tennessee. So I do see some flashes from that where I'm gonna get. I want to see a little bit more. I want to see him play with Jaden more because I feel like Jaden could have definitely got a little bit more out of him if he could play with Jaden a little bit more too.
All right, next guy, King Madrana.
I have no idea who that is.
Is that a real person?
Neither does this coaching staff.
I have no idea who that is.
You see the connection, man.
Hey.
You see the connection.
Hey, Rio, you stupid.
Never heard of that man in my entire life, bro.
I don't think Dan Quinn has either. Every time you see him in the team meetings, who is that? Hi, nice to meet you, I guess, because I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man.
No idea who that is.
Yeah. I guess we just TBD him and move on. And then 7th round pick, Bill.
I mean, TBT. I mean, you saw this past game when they give him outside runs, what he could be. Now, my opinion of him, like from earlier in the year, has changed to I don't think he can necessarily be like a Jahmyr Gibbs, get all of the carries type of guy, but I think he can be a dynamic game changer in spurts in a rotation, at least.
What? Let me ask y'all, do y'all think he could be like, this is what I envision him as. You think he could be a DeAndre Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
That's what I see him as.
He has the ability.
Yeah. That's what I see him as. Like, he is a guy, like, he has to be in a backfield with another guy, right?
Yeah, literally.
He's not supposed to be getting the football 27
he definitely
times.
not the bell cow that I tried to force on.
That I thought,
But it's like guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, guys like DeAndre Swift, guys that are like that don't necessarily need to be in the backfield by themselves.
That Bill Brees Hall backfield, I'd be here for that though.
Look, this is a very good offseason if you need a running back.
He's like the perfect change of pace offsetting running back, Bill. We need the number one though.
Kenneth Walker is available too.
Yeah, K9.
I would do K9 in a heartbeat. Bro.
K9. Oh man, you gotta chill on that statement, bro. Jesus Christ, Lou. You need to run the sleeper ad real quick because I didn't even like the tone of your voice when you said that.
It did change. It got real low, like on some quiet storm shit.
That shit was in the headphones. That shit reverberated in my eardrums a little too. Whoa, that was insane.
Hey. That was a super pause. That was really bad. I'm back on probation, man. I was doing so well. I was doing so well. Hey, they had let me off probation.
His eye contact. He was so serious.
You gotta stop cutting corners, Lou. You gotta stop cutting corners.
You told me you coached me up, man. Be specific at all times, man. I dropped the ball, man. I dropped the ball. Well, in this case, I dropped the soap, man. My bad, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
So do.
Hey, would y'all keep Bill as the number one and sign Tyler Algier?
It's not the number one. It's not the safest decision. I mean, I would hope Bill can, be good enough.
I think the only way you could make that work is if they gave Bill the bulk of the carries on the back end of this bye week, and he showed us that he was capable of doing that.
I agree.
If you don't have that sense, you can't go into next year just saying, "Oh, he's going to be our number one back." He's an upgrade over Chris Rodriguez. We agree on that, though.
Oh yeah, indeed.
So
I like C-Rod too, though. I do like C-Rod.
Yeah, I like C-Rod too, but
C-Rod.
I mean that goes back to the point. Throw the ball to Ben Sinnott more. Let's run the ball with Bill more. Like let's really see what
let's find out what we got, man.
Yeah, what do we have and what do we not have going into this offseason, man? Do we need to go Breece Hall level running back, or do we need to go, to your point, Tyler Algier level running back? Like there's differences.
There's a couple guys. Rico Dowdle is running like a madman.
Yeah, now we're not doing that though. Rico about to be like 28.
He's 28. Yeah.
I mean, we good. We good on him.
There's a couple guys. I wouldn't even.
If you ain't 26 if you want 26 next year or less, we can't sign you at the running back position. You see what I did there?
Hey,
I was going down that road again. I learned my lesson. So y'all are incomplete on Bill?
No, Bill's a good rotational piece.
Especially considering when he was drafted.
7th round.
Like if he was a first round pick, we'd be talking about him differently. But 7th round pick,
7th rounder.
Bro, I feel like
I still like him. It's just the fumbles were the Bears fumble was bad. The Chargers fumble was bad, but he bounced back. But I still see the Chargers game potential. I feel like he can definitely get back to that and do stuff like that. Like that was, and then the home run.
I can't unsee that. That's my problem.
I don't think that was a fluke either. I don't think that was just a mirage, a once in a year thing. I think that's him. When our offense is more healthy, that's what Bill can do.
I can't unsee the Giants game. I can't unsee the Falcons game. I can't unsee the Chargers game. I know what my eyes saw. Like they're not deceiving me. Like he's a good NFL starting running back. Like he can be DeAndre Swift. My eyes are not lying to me. So I just refuse to act as if this guy has to be RB2. I'm not there yet. I think he can be RB1 with a Tyler Algier or even a Chris Rodriguez if they decided to just stick with him. But we got to see it, though.
Yep.
And that's the thing is, I think they're gun shy now. Like, okay, because they're so like DQ. I don't know if y'all heard his press conference, but shout out to Ben Standing, man. Ben don't give a shit, and I love it because Ben keep pressing him on, bro. What's up with trying to win versus playing these young boys? You gonna play them or what? And he's like, we got to fill up both cups. We got to fill up both buckets.
I don't want to hear that.
I ain't trying to hear that shit either. It ain't, yeah, at all. Like, because you can't. The two run counter to each other.
Yep.
If you trying to win, that means you're gonna keep playing Bobby Wagner. You're gonna keep playing Zach Ertz. You're gonna keep playing Chris Moore. You're gonna keep playing all these dudes that are 30-something years old who ain't a part of the future, and you holding back the young guys that we need to find out about. So I think Bill is in that same boat.
You want to win, put the young guys in, coach.
Yeah, I would say they're holding on way too dearly to 2025, man. I think when we finally are mathematically eliminated, then I will relieve him of any of these extracurricular ways of thinking maybe we can still save this season. Yeah, like maybe once that hits, then he'll have it's no more pressure for him to sit here and put up this facade in front of us of we're still trying to win. Bobby Wagner and these guys need to play. Once we're mathematically eliminated, I think we can finally, but I mean, we'll see how many games left we have after that to see what Bill and Vincent and those guys can do.
So I got 4 out of the 5. How many do y'all have?
3.
What about you?
I'm gonna go 4. I mean, I'm an optimist though, but I'm gonna go 4.
Me too. What about you, Ed? What you got? About 3?
Or
2? Ed might have 2.
I say Ed got 2.
Hey,
Ed, you got 2. Stand on it, Ed. You got 2.
Ed, I love Ed. Ed is the balance because we be on our bullshit. Even when we was out at
time out. Hold on. I got 2. I got 2 as well. Hold on. It's just Amos and Bill for me. I said Connerly, you know, he could be. I think he should be fine, but I'm not there yet. It's still TBD. So Amos and Bill are my only I think those are going to be guys. Yeah. You know what? Connerly and Amos for me. I don't know, man.
He's confused. He's confused.
Seems aggressive. It seems too aggressive for what I've seen so far.
I'm at 4, so shit. Ed is the balance, because even when we was out at Crystal City, Ed was like, "Nah, bro, I ain't with that. Nah, I got us losing that game." Even earlier this season, when we was all hype, Ed was like, "Nah, I got us losing this game." Ed don't be giving a damn. Ed, stand on your 2, bro. You got 2, don't you?
I'm looking for a real 1-ish. I don't want to be the Russian.
1.
Is that Trey Amos?
Yeah, it's Trey Amos to really stand on. But I still, like I said, the Chargers game, and I guess.
Damn, boy, Ed is tough, bro.
The Chargers game and meeting Bill in person, since he's a good guy, you know. So,
if anything, you should give him the nod just off the fact that he dapped you up and y'all took a picture together, man.
Oh, yeah,
2 and impossible, man. It's a spades game.
Yeah, that's yours, Rio. That's Rio head 2 and impossible. All right, man. So for me, total out of 14 picks, I've got 8 being guys that are gonna move forward as key contributors. Rico, you have 6 and impossible, 6.5 or 7.
With you on this one, I'm trying to think of I'm trying to remember how many I had last one. I might be right with you.
Okay, yeah, no, well, I think you are with me, and you said you're an optimist, and you had a couple of guys that you would have. You said, I think it was like 3 on the low side, 5 on the high side with the last draft.
Yep.
So, you could split the difference and say 4, I guess.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with 8.
So you're with me 8. Rio, you had 3 last draft and you have 2 this draft, right?
Yes.
So that's 5 for you. And Ed, you got 1 this draft and you had 3 last draft, right?
Yeah, 1 this draft. There's only 1 this draft, 3 last draft, I think.
So that's 4 out of 14. Ouch. So that is 4 out of 14 is slightly over 30%, because a quarter would have been 16. So slightly over 30 for you. You're closer to you had 5 out of 14, so you're trending towards 40%, maybe slightly over 40%. And Rico and myself are above 40%. We're trending towards 60% of his draft classes.
You take Jaden away. Whew, it looks nasty.
It gets dark fast. I will not lie.
Let's think outside if you take Jaden out of this equation.
Yeah, it gets really dark fast for sure. We're gonna get a quick word from our sponsor, Sleeper. Come back on the other side, and then we'll get to the comment section. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat in the games in real time with other users, get the fastest scores, blazing fast news and alerts right at your fingertips. Play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. So enjoy sports the way they were meant to, together. Download the #1 sports app today. All right, so shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring this stream. Sleeper is a fantasy sports and real money gaming app that focuses on bringing people together through sports and gaming. Sleeper has become the fastest organically growing fantasy platform in the world with over 10 million active users in 2025. If you are not one of those 10 million, here's an opportunity for you to become one. Simply use the link in our description of this video. Click that link. It'll take you to where you can download the app. Also, make sure that Sleeper is available in your area. It's available in over 30 states in the U.S. Once you verify that you are who you say you are, they're going to give you $20 free just for becoming a member of the Sleeper family. Then I advise you to go ahead and use our promo code, Kings25, to get you a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. That's right, a dollar for dollar match. $100 plus the 100 they give you, plus the 20 they give you for just becoming a member of the family. That's $220. And fellas, as we all know, $220 can get you a lot of money on the Sleeper app.
Sure can, man.
Have you guys had any luck here of late?
Last week I was doing all right, and then the weekend came, and then
you ain't give it back though. You ain't give it back though. You ain't give it back, my guy.
Laughing, just laughing.
Made all that money, gave it all back. Hey, look,
never that.
I've devised a strategy now, so I'm playing my strategy. Ed, did you flex?
You have to flex. Any money, any profit is profit. Any money is good money. Like I said, even if it's gas money, whatever. I'm telling you, you gotta leave with something.
And say, look, man, I'll take a Starbucks, man. Like
they'd be having the 3-leg picks with the flex on, bro. That's gonna be
and be hitting for $6 whole.
Play where you use the half passing yards that they always give away, the little half a passing yard joint, and then you add a quarterback against the Commanders for 1.5 passes. That's the cheat code for me. But Tua messed it up. He was the first one to mess it up because Pat Mahomes hit, Dak hit, Sam Darnold hit, Jared Goff hit. It was like 4 or 5 quarterbacks in a row that hit.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I tripping? I think it's easier to hit in the NBA than the NFL. Am I tripping?
It is.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It depends on how many picks you're putting together. If you're doing like 6 or 7, then
it could get tough.
Yeah, but
because all it takes is one dude to not do what he's supposed to do.
If you're just doing 2 or 3 like me, then yeah, you can get busy with the NFL.
I've put together a strategy so that I don't have to spend my own money on the app. So every day I just put in picks that I know are going to hit, and it's going to win you about anywhere from $50 to $100. So that, in addition to the other joints, I'm the king of the
and then just stack them up over time.
Yeah. You always keep money in your reserve that way. Like tonight I hit for $85, right? The other night I hit for $96, and you just keep hitting those. And if I'm betting like $40 a day, like I have extra money in there, so I'm not spending my money. That's why I think you take the advantage of this deposit and use our promo code. Get you kicked off, get you started off, $10. Put in what some dudes are gonna do. Like certain guys, they're gonna score 20 points every night, right? As long as it ain't a back-to-back. So you go in, they might have their number at 27.5. Bust that joint down to 20. You know what I'm saying? Do that with enough dudes. Go across the board. Steph Curry, he's supposed to score 26.5. Nah, Steph getting 20 tonight. Go next guy, Jaylen Brown. He's supposed to score 26.5, 20 or more. And do that for enough dudes. It's going to add up to, when you get to the end, it's going to add up to $70, $80.
And to that random and on the spot load management come through to just throw your whole shit away.
Or a blowout, right?
Yep,
that's all it takes.
That'll do it.
You play the law of averages. You do that every night. You're going to get hit one night. Like, you're going to get hit. Somebody ain't going to do what they supposed to do, right? But you do it enough, they hit. Like tonight, everybody did what they were supposed to do. $85. We move on to them tomorrow. You know what I mean? So shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring this stream. I had another one lined up, and all I needed was Dyson Daniels to give me 2 more assists tonight. Now they had 580, but he was like, nah, bro. I already got you your 85. Don't piss me off. Cool. No problem. So use the promo code Kings25, and you won't be sorry. You can thank me later. All right. So now get to the super chats. See what you guys have to say.
Let's get it.
JTF starts the night off. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, "What up, Kings? What's up, JTF?
What up?
I blame this season on that awful roller coaster tycoon." That's such a good
that's a good point.
That is such a good point, JTF.
Man.
That shit was the worst. I remember it was Rico, Rio, and myself.
Yes.
We were all on the side panel.
We were so hyped.
We were so hyped
how good it was going to be this year.
Yes. We turned that joint on. You should have seen our faces. We was like, What is this shit?
What made
You
go
can't
with
get jiggy with this shit.
What made you go? And I liked Roller Coaster Tycoon. I liked that shit when I was younger. But
Yo,
like, what are we do?
That was the worst.
All these high level productions these teams are going with. You know what? That might have started the bad omen.
It did. That and then the Terry thing combined was just too much for us to overcome. He says, anyhow, who would each of you recommend for DC 426? Y'all help me with that one. What's that?
Defensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
Okay, defensive coordinator. Why you do that for, man? Why you ain't just put defensive coordinator? Like, why you like you was running out of characters or something? You have plenty of characters left, man. Defensive coordinator.
Lou mad as shit. He ain't catch that.
I ain't get that shit at all. I'm over here struggling too, bro.
We all right on board. And Lou's like, man, why you do that?
Man, you do that shit, man. So, what y'all thinking for defensive coordinator? You know, I said this to y'all. I might have said this to myself and I never sent it to y'all, but y'all probably tired of hearing me bitch about this shit. Me and Rio be just bitching about shit in the comments. But I want some of that. I want us to have that young energy that the Lions have with Shepard. Like DQ, you give those vibes, but man, they come off the field and he dapping dudes and he chest bumping guys.
Like
He's like, I want some of that, man. That young, I used to play the game shit. Man, I'm looking at us and I'm like, man, we like the Raiders Junior over here, man. They all old as hell.
So cultureless.
You got Joe Witt in the box like this, looking like he constipated.
You know what they finna give us though? If we outsource it, you know what they finna get? They finna give us Raheem Morris.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I'm good on. Look, I will say that I don't think he's calling the defense in Atlanta. That defense is actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're fun. They have like spurts where they look really good and then it just goes downhill.
Yeah, but they also have high level talent too.
Yeah, they have young pieces.
They are young.
James Pierce was flashing all over the field on Sunday.
Your boy, Jalen Walker. They got the Watts kid from Notre Dame. They got the Billy Bowman from Oklahoma. They got all kinds of young dudes flying around on that defense, bro.
They also 3-8 with no first rounder next year, but they got some young pieces over there.
Yeah, damn, they ain't 3-8, are they?
They ain't 3-8, but they something bad though.
Yeah.
They got to be like a game away from that. Now, what are they 3-7?
Might be 3-7. Yeah, they probably had a bye week already.
They got to be near what we are, and
they're 3-7.
They're 3-7, and one of those
next year.
And one of those is against us.
Well, the way my homeboys talk about them, I thought they was 0-10.
Might as well be.
No first when you this bad that's painful, man.
So, any ideas for defensive coordinator?
Some people are saying Jim Schwartz if
he gets fired from the Browns.
Yeah, Stefanski gets fired, just the whole staff.
I'm with it.
So I can see something like that.
I'm with it.
And that's the only person I can see right now. The only candidate I'm thinking about. Did y'all bring up the guy? Well, no. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say the guy from the Vikings, but he's already DC, so he wouldn't.
Yeah, it would have to be somebody from it would have to be a promotion if you're gonna take somebody off another staff.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty
sure Jonathan Gannon might get fired from the Cardinals, but I didn't think he was that great.
He wasn't good as a defensive coordinator for the Eagles, so that ain't something you probably even really want to do. It's got to be one of these. It's got to be one of these.
Matt Patricia, he's been doing a solid job with Ohio State. So I mean, I don't know if he would.
He's an ass.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's an ass. I don't think they want to do and bring him on board. He's an asshole.
But he's doing a good job at Ohio State. It is college though. It is college.
Yeah, you have to keep that in mind. I don't know, man.
Yeah. There's just not a lot of like popular names out there right now. Like, Rex Ryan's gonna stay doing ESPN. You don't want him, and
You know what? I wouldn't even. I don't know if I would mind Rex. He's so extra.
Greg Williams, he's with the Defenders.
He ain't coming back to the NFL. His time in the NFL is cooked.
His son did a heck of a job with the Defenders.
He is cooked, bro.
Yeah, Greg Williams' son, he did a great job with the Defenders. So, I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It would be nice if Mike McDonald, we can get a clone of him, the Mike McDonald 2.0 that's looking for a defensive coordinator opportunity. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any names. I just know I'm tired of these old school dinosaur type of defensive coordinators we keep going to the past few years now. I want one of the younger nerdy guys, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Wink with blitz, but yeah, I don't even know if I want Wink Martindale.
Yeah, he's too aggressive. I think we don't have the corners for that kind of aggressiveness. So I don't think I would go down that road. But I don't know. I think you got to look at these teams that are having some success and look at some of their positional coaches. I want a former player. I think that's what I want. I want the juice that comes with a former player. And I don't see DQ doing that. Matter of fact, do y'all even see DQ going outside? I mean, outside of the building? Because I don't.
I hope, but yeah, I don't either.
I think he's gonna promote from within.
I hope he does go out of the building, but I'm with you. I don't think they will.
You think Al Harris is ready? He was with Dallas. I mean, that's another Dallas guy that was with Dan. So
can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay. I can't hear y'all, but I'm gonna read the next super. Y'all can really react to it, and then I'm gonna come back in, try to get my audio straight. Gucci times E. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, it's so bad Lake don't even want to talk to Rio. Is that true?
Nah, that's not true. We're going live tomorrow at 2:30. Lake just got back to the States. They was in Spain.
Yeah.
They was in
and that was the funny thing, too. A lot of people finally turned their phones off of airplane mode to see Matt Gay got cut. So a lot of people, I heard a lot of people celebrating on the planes and stuff.
Oh, shit, crazy. I be forgetting the time difference too, because I was so confused watching Jalen's video when he was outside right after we played the Dolphins and it was dark as shit outside. I'm like, what, bro? It's dark over there. I forgot the time difference between here and there too. But now Lake coming on the channel tomorrow, man. He just got back to the States.
Okay.
Them boys in Spain. And them time and them flights is different.
Super different.
Facts.
Like 5-6 hours.
Paul Kyoko, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, yo, Kangs. He says, yo, what up, Kangs?
What up,
Paul?
It's good.
Rio is fully cleared like a Tecmo Bowl player.
I did. I got cleared for full activity this morning, man. Back.
Hope all Kings can continue to stay healthy and blessed. Way too late new kicker. He says 2026, we coming. They under a microscope. Hashtag we are Legion. Yeah.
We are.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to the Legion in the chat. Y'all hit the like button if y'all haven't already done that.
Please.
Middle finger to the two people who unsubbed. We had hit 6,600, and then I looked again and we were at 6,598. So middle finger to the two people that unsubbed to the channel.
It always happens. But you know, Rio hit all the markers. He hit all
the markers.
Boy, Dan Quinn can't wait to come to the podium next week and tell you about all the players that hit their markers that are gonna be returning. I saw an interview of him talking to somebody, I forgot who it was, about these players that are about to come back. He was way too excited for that shit. I was like, oh man, they really about to try to make a push. I don't know what they pushing for, but they about to try to make a push for something.
Yeah, no, he's excited, man. He's super excited.
Yeah, we're getting some players back. I'm
telling you, it would have been on 1,000 had we beat the Dolphins, bro. he would have really been trying to push this narrative of, hey,
we heard you, Lou. You was
hey,
talking.
Hey, look, man.
Like you was.
Hey,
wow.
I was about to wrap the cord around my wrist, bro. I was about to get that vein nice and ready, bro. It was about to go down, man. The hopium was about to be injected.
Wilding sometimes.
I was about to get it ready, bro. Unfortunately, they ain't give me a chance. So we good now. Tito Savaria, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Tito writes, Louie, you can't say we are better than the Giants. Nope, we're not better than the Giants right now. But here's what I will tell you. By the time we get to the Giants, if Jaden is playing, Jaden doesn't lose to the Giants. So we will find a way to beat them if Jaden is our quarterback by then. We have to put them in their place when it comes to Jaden. If it's Marcus, they can do whatever the hell they want to do, man. But if it's Jaden, I don't think they're going to be able to beat, like, they're going to treat us, or we're going to treat them like how Dak treats us. Like, it just don't matter. We can't beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, Jaden can't lose to Dart this year. Like that would hurt. That would hurt a lot.
We can't beat Dak for some reason. Like, we just don't know how to do it. And I just feel like we have to find ways to beat the Giants and put them in their place. So are we better than the Giants? No, we're not. I just watched the Giants be hyper competitive with the Packers
for about 3 quarters every week, the Giants look like they could beat anybody in the league.
And the Broncos all the way to the end.
They do this every week
with Jameis Winston at quarterback.
Yeah, no, they look more than competitive for about 3 quarters every week, and they find a way to give the game up in the fourth quarter every week of the season. It doesn't matter who's on the schedule.
Yeah. You're not lying. Like they literally was stomping a mud hole in the Denver Broncos for 3 quarters and then gave it up in the fourth quarter. They had the Bears dead to rights for 3 quarters, lost that game. They were in that game. They were leading heading into the fourth quarter against the Green Bay Packers and lost again. Like, no, we're not better than them.
Nope.
No, we're not better than them. Gucci, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Gucci says, Lou, you can't hide. We see it, your freaky ass sucking that straw. I can't drink my smoothie in peace, bro. Golly. Rico and a.k.a. today, that boy cashed out on some sleeper, ain't it? Shout out to Gabe and Rio been off IR plus Ed stay up. Ed been wide awake today, man. We got to hurry up and finish while Ed is still good, man. Ed been killing it today.
It got about 10 minutes left.
Right. Ab, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Our guy, Abner Duran, writes, Kings, what up, Ab? Thank you for the dime. Injuries revealed the lack of depth. Look at San Francisco or Philadelphia and how they handle injuries and still thrive. Next man up is good as the starters. We need that, but it will take time and good decisions. We knew that in the preseason when we saw how our team played when we didn't play our starters. That was the indication that we couldn't afford any injuries or it would go sideways. So I don't like when people compare us to San Francisco or Philadelphia because those teams have been building their rosters for almost a decade. In the case of the Eagles, over a decade. The 49ers got there in 2016, or 17, excuse me. So just under a decade. So they can withstand a little bit more because they've built it into their, you know what I'm saying, the organizational way that they build. We're not there yet. We're in year 2. So we're not at a position where we can withstand injuries and still be okay. Especially to the most important position on the field, which is quarterback.
Yep.
King Cobra K, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Pickens' agent is David Mulugeta. He reps Parsons. In that case, it's even more a problem for the Cowboys getting a deal done. But again, Jerry still holds all the cards because if he slaps the franchise tag on him, it don't matter what the hell's going on. So
he's gonna make it a hard thing to do. So you already know.
Yeah, facts. 50% pain. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Del Rio is sitting there somewhere feeling smug as hell. Like, oh, defense still a dust up without me. Is Jack good? Didn't he get in an accident? Got arrested? All that good stuff. He
hit a DUI. He's health wise, he's fine, but he did have a
Paris Musketeers coach.
Yeah. I was about to say he was overseas or wherever he was. and I think he might have got fired from that. I got to do my research. But
Paris Musketeers. All I know is he had involvement with that franchise. I don't even know what a Paris Musketeer is, but yeah.
Life comes at you fast, bro.
And then the DUI was like a whole TMZ thing. He was like, they got him on video saying some crazy stuff as well. So that's on brand for Jack.
Yeah, I'm about to say that should not surprise. Just a little dust up.
Just a little dust up, bro.
And Trav Ryan, I felt like worded it perfectly. Where like Jack Del Rio's problem was he had talent, he just didn't know how to coach it at all. Joe Witt Jr. is trying to coach this defense as if it's the 85 Bears worth of talent. Like that's the difference between the two.
Yeah,
Joe Witt Jr. is trying to coach this team as if we have just Pro Bowlers everywhere and we don't.
Yep.
Yeah. Jack had some moments. There were some couple positives he had, like the Tom Brady game where we beat Tom Brady with that game. That might have been his best game his whole tenure here. But overall it was bad.
Jack was cheeks. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I agree, Lou. AP used the formula that gave him success year one, just ain't work out. Went all in, can't be mad, just regroup, change approach. I mean, again, context is everything, is what I always say. And you got to look at what he was basing his decision-making process off of, where we were and what he thought we could do. And so it just didn't work out, like you said. Tito Savaria, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, AP deadass looked at Matt Gay and thought he was good.
Give him all the money. Give him all of it.
They've been chasing the ghost of what's your boy that's in Green Bay?
McManus.
Yeah, they've been chasing the ghost of Brandon McManus. And not like McManus has been the best field goal kicker himself, but they've been trying to find a guy ever since that situation went off the rails. So it's a shame. I watched Zane Gonzalez kick a game time field goal in Zane Gonzalez fashion. That bitch barely squeezed inside of the
damn near doinked in.
Yeah, doink the left upright. I say he's so ass, man. Like it's ridiculous.
He made it though.
You're right. Long as he kicks from the left hash, he's fine. Don't have it be anywhere else. Green Wingman, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, glad you got your power back, Rio.
Yeah, my shit cut off at the end of the NFC East roundtable earlier. And man, there was shit I could do about it. It was off for a minute too. It flickered and then it just stayed for like a good 30, 40 minutes. Like that was crazy.
That was during the stream?
Yeah, it was at the ass end of it, but yeah, I had to. Yeah, I did not finish that stream.
The football guys like, we gonna get you out of here, bro. Don't you worry. Like that cat that was stuck in that building. Don't you worry.
I'm gonna come get you.
I'm gonna get you out of there.
Get you out of there.
You don't belong in there. He's like, we can get you out of this stream, bro. Don't worry. Reese, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, is Cliff overhyped? Jaden saved him a lot.
Well, Jaden saved a lot of people last year.
It's kind of hard to evaluate Cliff.
I'm still very high on Cliff. I like a lot of things he did last year, like a lot of the no huddle, the up tempo, maximizing the Jaden just catching people off guard, the trust in Jaden that he had last year. I thought the run game, of course, was better last year. It has rough moments, but I thought the run game was better.
It was more consistent last year, at least. That's the problem. This year, the run game has been better. It's just not consistent this year. Like
it's at highs and lower lows.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks haven't been the focal point of the run game like they were last year. Like the running backs actually been running the ball this year. That's why we were number one at one point and number two for a very long time, because the running backs were having success. And last year was more so because of the quarterback running the ball. So it's a lot different. He's just not consistent. We'll get a 8-yard gain on first down and he won't run it for the next 3 plays. He's done that multiple times this year, where you get an 8-yard gain on first down on running, by the way. Running, I think we had a bill carry for 9 yards, and then we didn't run it again the rest of that possession, and we end up hunting against the Dolphins on Sunday. Like, that's the type of shit he'll do. It don't make any sense.
He just be trying anything sometime, bro. he'd be
the Chris Moore in motion, dog. Whatever grade you give him, you got to take him down a grade just for that alone, man.
That and the Chris Rodriguez split out at receiver shit. Like we got to stop that.
Yeah, that's nasty, man.
That's 2 times too many that we should never see again.
And if you doing that, it better be quarterback draw, right?
Yep.
It don't even be quarterback draw, bro.
It don't.
That's the bad part.
Be having Chris Rodriguez run a whole route from the wide
whole
receiver.
ass garbage route. Like, wait a minute, what are we doing right now?
Yeah,
and we can't have a game on the line and you chucking it 50 yards down the field to Chris Moore, man. Who authorized that? Who raised you? Like,
he just knew he got one with that too.
Can't believe the
Chris
nerve
Moore.
of these dudes. Chris Moore.
You mean Simo?
Hey, get him off the screen for a second, man. Talk him about that bullshit, man. Get him off the screen, man.
Man, Simo with the game sealer drop.
Kyle W, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Kyle writes, first draft, JD5, Luke McGee. That's 30%. Yep. Second draft, Bill Lane and Amos, 30%. I agree. I throw like it's. I think the disrespect for because before you put Lane in there, I think you put Josh Connolly in there first. Disrespect for Josh Connolly is crazy to me. Like he's young. We knew he was gonna have a rough go of it early. He's gotten better. He hasn't been terrible. Like this ain't Andrew Wiley from 2 years ago. Like people treating him
improving a lot lately too.
Yeah, I just don't get the whole, Josh Conn. I guess maybe because he's a first round pick, so like that might be the people's rationale behind that. I just think it's crazy. But yes, 30% in each of those drafts. I could see how you could easily get to 30%. Kyle W, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Kyle, double up, rights. I think Mikey permanently moving outside to cornerback. I don't think so. But I can tell you this: he's played better out there.
He has, for whatever reason.
I'll tell you that much. He plays better out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a permanent move. But if they did do that, I wouldn't be against it. I just know that, like, we can't complain about guys playing 15 yards off. Mikey's gonna play 50 because Mikey can't run.
Yep.
So Mikey can't come up and press. Mikey can't be overly aggressive because he's gonna get run by. So he's gonna play off. So you can't. There's reasons why Mikey isn't supposed to be out there. Not just because he's not a taller guy. Mikey isn't the fastest either. So we'll see what they decide to do. I think them moving Mikey out there is strictly based off of necessity because of the situations with their injuries. They had to put him out there because Noah Igbenogany is better inside as a corner than he is outside. So if Noah could play confidently outside, they would just leave Mikey inside. But we know what Noah looks like outside. So Reese, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up with rights. Young players, the problem, or the coaches won't give them a shot. Too old school. It's annoying. Like J-Mo wouldn't play for us because he humps the ground.
Sounds like we need a younger coaching staff. What about y'all?
No one wants penalties, bro. Like that J-Mo jumping on the goalpost shit.
Yeah, but you do want those type of players though, and you live with some of that bullshit because the talent we don't have it, and we need more of that. So
absolutely,
having nice guys that don't have the opportunity to have those celebrations, it's not going to win you shit.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just telling you that guys, those kind of plays, like he clearly doesn't get it, right? Yeah. Like. He got them a penalty on a windy night where the gusts are over 20 miles an hour. They missed that extra point because of that. They could have lost the game because of that 1 point.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be smarter than that. But he's so talented, bro.
Yep.
We would take that guy 15 times over. Yeah. They're not going to do that, by the way, though.
And that if they're not going to do that, I'm questioning my belief in what this team is going to be over time, because you're just not going to find 53 choir boy scouts that are also uber talented and blue chip.
Yeah, they're not looking for that. They're not looking for 53. They're looking for 7 of those guys.
Like, not only do you have to be a very extremely uber talented person, you must be a damn Boy Scout. Like, we got to stop with this bullshit, man.
He was a team captain.
We got to stop with this.
He was a team captain,
that,
bro.
Man. I'm sick of that military background, team
bullshit,
captain, man. I'm sick of all of that.
Yeah, I need one of our first 2 picks next year to have an Instagram picture with a shiesty on, with a ski mask or something. Like, I need something, bro.
Not happening here, bro.
I need
not happening here, bro. Ronald Rivera, thank you for the
super chat. Arvell Reese got one, man.
You must not want him to get drafted here, then. Ronald Rivera, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Your best bet is for Arvell Reese to be a team captain and one of the guys that is just beloved in the locker room. If you want Arvell Reese here,
they love that. They love that guy over there. So hey, here we go.
Hey, Ed, are Noah Brown and Matt Gay in B-Rob territory yet? P.S. I hate Antonio Hamilton. Damn, what he do to you?
Man, when Antonio Hamilton did that,
God damn. Are they in B-Rob territory? They ain't do nothing to Ed. They didn't not sign a bottle or anything like that.
As far as like just needing to leave the team, and I actually wanted to keep B-Rob. I actually wanted him to stay. I would have preferred to keep him, but I don't think him being traded, made or broke the season. No, Brian, yeah, I'm ready to move on. Matt Gay, I'm happy he's gone. Matt Gay was just bad, man. He was bad. He had to go.
Paul Kyoko, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. All right. So why the hell are they afraid of youth and speed? 2025 is washed, but they ain't trying to hear that. We got to hit the first and third and find a way to sell for a second. I'm torn between, I think what will ultimately determine how I feel about that first round pick and whether I'm willing to move back is where we end up. If you telling me there's a Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett type of talent available, even to a lesser degree, a Will Anderson available, I'm not trading back. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
Me neither, because we need that. We don't have those.
Yeah. We're the only one in the division that doesn't have something that looks like that. I'm not willing to do that. If there's one of those available, sign me up. Now, if you tell me there's none of those available, it's a really good player, but he's not like a game wrecker, someone you have to game plan for, yeah, I'll trade back, try to pick up more picks. But if you tell me, like, I don't know the Bane kid from Miami. I just people keep telling me about him. Like, he's really good. He's this, he's that. Okay.
He got short arms. He's like really great at everything, but he just has short arms. So I'm worried about that NFL wise.
Okay. See, they just keep telling me, he's like Myles Garrett.
Is elite.
Yeah, they keep telling
nobody's like Myles Garrett. No one should compare. Myles Garrett is getting to a point where like it's just him and one or two other guys in the history of the sport. I've never seen anything like this dude.
Yeah. He's do that to Bane. Don't compare him to Myles Garrett.
Don't do that.
He's the best loser we've ever seen in the NFL.
Yeah, this dude, there's no one like, bro. He the first ever player to have 6 consecutive seasons of 12 sacks or more, and it looks so relatively easy for him.
Yeah,
on that bum ass team that he decided to re-up with.
He chose that life. That life ain't choose him.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about moving back. So if we end up with the 8th pick, we'll see.
We're not getting the 8. We better not. We better.
Bro. Yeah, look, man.
Getting the 8th pick.
Jaden comes back.
I still don't think it's enough, bro. I think Jaden about to just make our losses more bearable.
I mean, I'm telling you, man. So this is the thing. This will be the determining factor. How good is the defense under Dan Quinn? If that was just the Dolphins being basic, okay, you're right. That all these guys coming back isn't going to change anything. We're still not good. But if that defense is actually better coached and performs better, no. Jaden Terry being back along with Debo, like I'm not even going to add Noah Brown to this. Will Harris coming back. Drizzy Drake, as you call him, Jackson, coming and playing at defensive end.
They're about to all come back to lose.
That's the real point, making losing look more fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a more fun loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I still don't think the defense played well, in my opinion. They gave up a lot of yards to A-Chain. Jalen Waddle had 3 drops where he was wide open. There was a lot of times where
they ain't scored a single touchdown, Ed.
The goal line stands. I'll give you that. I'll give Dan Quinn that. Where Bobby Wagner was airborne and got the stop. That was a big play. But yeah, Jalen Waddle was wide open, man. Like that should have been like 20 yards per catch.
They were 3 of 9 on third downs, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback blitz was good. I'll give him, the 3 and out was nice, but still, they couldn't stop A-Chain. They still couldn't tackle.
A lot of teams can't stop Devin A-Chain. We thought he was going to do way more damage than what he did, like impacting the score damage.
Yeah.
And we thought Waddle, like, who didn't think Waddle wasn't going over 100 yards? Like, I know he had the 3 drops, but even still with those drops, he still didn't impact the game the way that we thought he was going to impact the game. So we'll see. Like, I don't think this defense is fixed. Okay. I don't think any of us do, but they looked better. And so, newsflash, Denver's offense isn't great. Their defense is, but their offense isn't. So
they'll still, you know what I'm saying? They'll still find a way. It's us.
Of course. And again, I'm not saying we're beating them. What I'm telling you is it's possible. Like we went a whole month. DQ said at his press conference, we led for the first time that in what felt like 2 months. Bro, when have you ever heard a head coach say that, bro?
That's so nasty.
That shit is nasty, but it's true. It's the first time we were actually in a ball game. He said we had the lead for the first time in what felt like 2 months.
Get that shit right away. We're not used to this here. We don't do that in 2025. That was that 2024 shit right there. Y'all take it.
That shit's crazy, bro. Paul Kyoko, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Paul writes, tough critics, but hey, if we don't see it, we don't have proof. Draft picks hit every day, B, except us. When it's our turn to build a real foundation. Draft picks hit every day, B.
Hit every day, B.
Oh, man. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Writes, Albrecht calls plays in Atlanta. Yeah, I didn't think Raheem Morris did that. I forgot Albrecht went there. I'd consider the DC from NCAA, like Brian Haynes from DC, the DC from Indiana University, just throwing names out there, LOL. I think you either got to go with one of these positional coaches on a team that's super effective defensively, or like you said, like I think the brightest defensive minds come from college. It's so hard stopping college offenses.
Unfortunately,
and you got to think outside the box.
I think our old-minded ass head coach is not going to do any outside of the box type thing. He's going to go bring in a friend like good old Raheem Morris and call it a day. He's worked with him before and he knows him and he's kind of dumb. So, you know, I can see it.
You said Dan Quinn's kind of dumb.
No. Raheem Morris.
No. Raheem is definitely
a dummy.
He definitely had an IEP.
And that's some old people shit. That I can totally see it. It's so Dan Quinn, and I'm gonna go into the season having my doubts and saying that if this shit don't work, Dan Quinn on the hot seat this year. I
think he's gonna promote from within. I don't even think he's getting outside of the building.
Ken Norton as the DC.
Yeah, I can see that bullshit happening. Yeah. You want to be pissed off?
What if they give it to Donatel?
He should have did it this year. Why would you wait till next year to give it to Tommy Donatel? What are you doing? You should have gave it to Tommy this year. No, you can't give it to Tommy in the
trial right now, boy.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it.
Swaggy P, you're right. You got to hire outside of the building because if you were gonna do it, you needed to do it now. Maybe he didn't want somebody to fail this year. You want to give them a clean slate. I could take the fall this year. I can do that and survive. If you take it, you're not going to be able to survive. So that would be very noble of him. But he's probably going to hire for someone on the outside. And it's not going to be anybody that gets us excited. I can tell you that much. Swaggy P, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, when Lou said he doesn't want anyone over 25 at running back, it reminded me of Leo DiCaprio when he said when it comes to dating life, once they hit 25, he drops them. I didn't say I don't want any running backs over 25. I said they can't be 26 years of age. They have to be at least 26. If they're 26 next year, they turn 26 next year, I'm fine with it. But I don't want the 27, 28, 29-year-old running back that doesn't do anything for us. What I'm trying to do this offseason, what I hope their goal is to match up the timeline with Jaden. That's what we should be aiming to do. You're not looking, you want some veterans in the locker room. That is mandatory. You already have some, right? You bring back Debo, you got Terry, you got guys already in the locker room that have been here. Tunzel, right? You have veterans already on this roster. So you don't need to go crazy bringing more of them in, right? You got enough of them already. You're probably going to bring back some of the guys like J-Mac that you really love. He's a veteran. I can see that, and I'm okay with that. Reeves is a veteran. You have enough of those guys. I need guys that match up the timeline with Jaden. I need the 26, the 24-year-old, the 25-year-old, the 26-year-old that fit in that time frame that they can grow together for the next 3, 4, 5 years and make something special. We don't need these guys that they might have 1 or 2 years of prime football left, but they're not here for the long haul. So I didn't know Leo DiCaprio said that, though. That's crazy if he did say that.
No, that's just how he moved, bro. That man Leo, got him a new 25-year-old joint off the regular. Man. You ain't never gonna see a Leo with a 28-year-old.
That's crazy. He like, catch me if you can, bro.
Oh yeah, I need our front office moving like that, though.
Duncan Wright, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. You already know. You all laughing because you already know this shit about to be crazy. You don't even know what this shit say. I don't know what it say either. You just know this shit about to be wild. He says, "I'm finally proud of you, Kings."
Oh yeah,
bullshit's on some bullshit coming. Right,
Kings U because he didn't put the space.
Yeah, Kings U. Finally, but look, he's spelling words right. Just leave him alone for now. Kings U. Finally, know your place. Period, with no space, of course. Definitely.
That ain't even how you spell that.
Spell definitely, of course, it's not.
Definitely.
Yeah. Compare yourselves to the Giants. No space again. Knock yourselves out, good people. Great job. I'm proud of you, man.
No capital letters and none
of that shit. You don't get none of that shit.
That shit is a mean English teacher's dream. That's
a run-on sentence with no spaces. With periods but no spaces. Like it's literally a run-on sentence. That makes absolutely no sense.
Go crazy with the marker on that jump.
Chris Hunter, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, "Going down with this ship, but not gonna lie, we sure as hell better be competitive down the stretch. Also, Cliff better close the chapter on those designed QB runs. They're not going to if Jaden comes back. Like if he's back in the lineup, he's back because they feel like he can do everything. They're not going to limit the playbook. They're not going to stop. And this is the thing. Jaden's going to run if he's out there. He's not going to stop running. So whether it's a designed run or Jaden feeling the need to take off, it's going to happen. So if he's out there, he's going to play football.
Yeah. When that boy figures out the right decision on the zone read, look out.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen either. But if he do, man,
he got one of the best zone read quarterbacks in NFL history, and he ain't learned a damn thing. That man be predetermining before he even come out the huddle. I'm keeping this bitch.
If they don't put like 2 hours of that shit in his VR and stop playing.
Jaden, what do you do here? All right.
In multiple choice. Take away the answer you know he would make on the play. Don't even put it there. Don't even let him think it.
What do you do here, Jaden? Oh, man. That's crazy. All right. That was the last super. Y'all got anything to add before we get out of here?
Just enjoy the bye week, man. Enjoy the bye week. Enjoy that Sunday off. Watch the football. Now, some people did bring up Al Harris. I was going to ask you how you feel about Al Harris.
We just don't know if he's never been a defensive coordinator. He's never been a play caller before.
Like his charisma and his energy, and enough will
remember, we wanted him here when we thought that DQ was going to bring him with him, and he said, "I will follow DQ to the ends of the earth." Yeah, they blocked him because I thought
no.
We thought that they were going to give him some sort of title that would allow him to call it an upgrade, right? A promotion, so that they couldn't block it, but they didn't do that. So They opted for Tommy Donatel, and we got what we got. We gonna see what they decide to do. They somebody else brought up Aiden Durde. That was the if y'all watched Hard Knocks, that was the defensive line coach that was from like England that had the accent. And he was supposed to be a smart up and coming coach. I think he's in New Orleans now or something like that. But that's another guy to look out for. So I don't know.
Chris Harris, you don't like nice things. I don't know how he's done with Tennessee, but
yeah, I remember we thought, oh man, he's gonna be a defensive coordinator in this.
He's on the track. He'll be a coach in no time.
We ain't heard shit from him since. I don't even know if he's in the league. He gotta be on somebody's staff.
Yeah, the only thing that I know that our fans do consistently and unite in solidarity is hype up something that we have here. Something basic. Jag, something some type basic. Of jag. We will size that shit to
hell yeah to the moon, bro. We don't. I think that's a part of our PTSD. We don't have a lot of shit. It's like that one pair of new kicks your mom bought you before school started, where you walk in them bitches and you keep your feet balled up to not let them crease up.
I watch my timeline come together and unify to size Derek Forrest today. I was like, yeah, that's my cue to get out of here.
Look, man, when you down bad and you 3-8, anything's possible, bro. Anything. You sent me that, and I was like, why is Rio sending us this? And I went, what is this shit?
And our fans was
and I go down to the comment section. I said,
oh my God, they talking to that boy like he the missing piece to solve the whole puzzle here in DC. Have some damn shame, fan base. Like,
have some pride about your damn self. Like, that's disgusting what y'all were doing today, man. Behave yourselves.
I always believed in you, Defoe. They got no tackles in 2025.
That's exactly how they sounded too. That's exactly how
always had that forced fumble on Travis Etienne. Is that Eddie that he blew up in that game?
Yeah, he tore him up. Week 1,
22. Yeah, that was the Carson Wentz game. His first game here. That we'll always have that game. Didn't he have a pick in that game too? The game clinching pick.
Game clinching interception.
And he had a pass break up in the back of the end zone at the end of the first half too. He was everywhere, bro.
He's doing a little something.
Don't have the same amount of tackles as me this year, and then talk about tackles on Twitter. Like, what do we do?
they the same people who tried to tell you I couldn't cover and tackle on X.
And them same people got the same amount of tackles this year, but it's all good though, man. Shout out Defoe.
Man, we not gonna turn this into a Defoe pinata fest, but
shout out Defoe.
Yeah, man. Look, at the end of the day, we're ass. Our team is ass, bro.
We stink.
That's the bottom line. And so when you searching for answers and you ain't got shit else to do, you out here.
We got one more super.
We got another one. You out here uplifting dudes who ain't done shit here in forever. Timothy Swindell. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Timothy writes, yeah, Jake Moody is probably going to be an upgrade over Gay, but Carlson in Vegas is a free agent next year. Give me that guy. I want to trade down.
Let's give him the highest guarantee ever, right?
that's on brand. That's on brand for us right there. Yeah, make Carlson the highest paid kicker in the league.
How old is Carlson? Does he fit under our new mantra of Leonardo DiCaprio?
I don't think he's that young, but I don't think it applies to kickers. But he's not having a good season. I don't think. Go look at his numbers. I don't think he's having a great season. Ed, look up Daniel Carlson in Vegas, the field goal kicker. I don't think he's having a great year this year. So historically, he's been good though.
We cannot have kickers, bro. Like
we can't. We don't do well with them. I just want this to be done. This is why
15 for 19, 78%. So
hey, I'll take it.
That's you're down bad when you taking 78%. You want kickers to be at 85% or better. That's
C's get degrees, Lou. C's get degrees, Lou.
He's 30. He's 6'5". I didn't know he's a 6'5" kicker.
He comes from a very athletically gifted family. He has a brother that's in the league too. Remember when me and Rio last year, neither one of us are really huge fans of drafting a kicker. I always tell you do whatever the hell you want to do after the 5th round. I don't give a shit. But don't spend one of my draft picks on a kicker prior to the 5th round. But Rio was over here trying to sell you on the Miami dude with Borgales, right?
Borgales.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was over here looking at all kinds of kickers. Like, bro, I take that dude. That guy could be our kicker. That guy could be our kicker. And scouting these dudes like, hey, this guy's got a really big leg. This dude was making them from 54, 56, 58 in college. And Borgales is killing it for the Patriots. He missed his first kick in the NFL and hasn't missed since.
Hey, I tried to tell y'all.
I just want to be done with this shit. That's something else that's really bothered me, is just looking at where the other quarterbacks are and how good their situations are, like the infrastructure, and how, you know, we just feel like we have a long way to go. They have a defense in New England. They built that shit. Like, you got to spend money, man. AP got to stop this cheap shit, bro. They spent money. They overspent for a lot of shit last year.
Target the right guys. Like, everyone's so afraid. Like, you can't just go buy all the free. I know. Buy the correct ones and go get them.
Yeah. Yeah. They did that last year, and it's made the world of difference. The Patriots had been 4-13 each of the last 2 seasons. They've already won more games this season than the last 2 combined. Like, that's money well spent.
Yep.
So I hope he's willing to spend money this offseason. If he's not, then we'll be having some of these conversations again, potentially. I think he's going to spend a little bit more this year, and we're going to get younger. I think he's going to overcorrect for last year, but we'll see. Anyway, any final words, guys?
Enjoy the bye week, y'all. We back next week, and not only are we back on prime time again. So,
yeah, boy.
Yeah. Let's get it.
With wait for it, the championship era threads.
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
We're back in the old Dusties one more time. Whoa, 2 more times. So
2 more times. Yeah, buddy. Hey, if we gonna get our shit kicked in, we gonna do it in style, in the Crispies. Hopefully Jaden doesn't play, because we remember the last time he wore those, even though it was clean. Anything else, guys? Net?
Yeah,
well,
just, happy Thanksgiving.
We'll be back before that.
We'll
Jumping the gun like, hey, I ain't trying to F with y'all until after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Hey, we'll see y'all before Thanksgiving, but enjoy the rest of your week. Look, it's an opportunity for you to completely get away, or if you're a junkie like me, submerge yourself and be happy for the entire day and not have this team pull your morale down at some point. Just submerge yourself in football.
Watch the shit out of college football. I'll tell you, bro, because we're going to have a lot of fun talking about the draft real soon.
Anyway, hey, y'all know what it is. If you come at these games, you best not miss.
Yes, sir.
Till next time. You guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.
Shout out to Gabe always, man. Matter of fact, bring Gabe on board at this point. Why not?
We have a lot of reasons as to why not.